start coughing as soon as I start the stream, even though I haven't been really coughing today. Amazing. I'm gonna go ahead and load up the game. I want to see. I might have to end the stream real quick because I don't remember. I think I re-downloaded my data, but I don't remember if I did. So I might have slightly wrong stuff, pretty much. Shouldn't be wrong, but there's a chance. Let's check my stats. No, we're good. Okay. We're set up how I want it to be. I don't know if I did this on camera or not, but I grabbed the life ring +1, yeah. Otherwise, not too much has really happened. Everything else I did was testing for, Mirror Knight. But I think I grabbed it on camera. Pardon me. There we go. Let's go ahead and get that up. And let's very quickly pull up the stream so I can actually see who's saying what. Because I know it's going to be crazy popular. Yeah, oh my god, you haven't caught very many of my streams, have you? For Dark Souls 2, because I've only done like, this is what, number 6? Yeah, no, 2 of the 5 streams I did, I took down 5 or 6 bosses each. I tore through some of the early game here. It's pretty crazy. As for now, we're kind of we're not stuck. I only gave this boss like 2 attempts. And because I was so sick, I'm feeling leagues better now, but I was sick enough that even trying to stream just was awful and just killed all my motivation. Yep, I haven't streamed in a couple weeks, or at least a week, I think. I've been too busy with school too. Oh god. What a great start. One second. Everything's way too loud on my end. Yeah, right, this thing, I've more than doubled my base damage. Fists scale quite well with strength. Anywhere past 48 to 50 though seems... That's the second time I've done that. It seems not worthwhile though. Wow, that hit me. That's silly. I actually forgot me. R2s are worth 50 damage? Yes, please. I'm so bad at this fight, I get a little bit impatient because you'll see soon that you have to deal with the mirror guys. His, like, NPC guys he summons. Wow, that was silly of me. And they are truly a pain. I haven't seen that attack in, like, 3 fights. And some of them were decently long fights. He never does that attack. Yeah, you have to deal with these guys, and it's always the greatsword guy. Really, is it not? It was always the greatsword guy and then the spear guy. So it looks like it's not totally set in stone, it just happened to be that literally every time I fought him before this, it was exactly the same RNG. Weird. Anyway, you'll see now why I hate this fight, because you have to deal with those extra guys, and they aren't exactly keen on letting you hit the boss. They're very good at catching up to you, so you either have to play passive or play aggressive and just face tank. Really? I don't remember my iframes being so bad. I've got 105 agility. I'm surprised these things are hitting me. Really? I'm gonna have to get back into the swing of Dark Souls 2. You can tell I'm quite rusty. that too. Surprised I couldn't roll out of that attack. Oh, the poise damage. Poise broken in one hit. Yeah, I've handled this so terribly already. Oh no, I'm gonna get hit. I'm not hit. That's gonna hit me, right? That didn't hit me? Yeah, and these guys, you can't exactly just circle strafe them. They have what seems to be perfect tracking no matter what you do. It's pretty silly. Yeah, I deserve that punish. I got way too greedy there. Well, I'm already on life gems because I've handled this so poorly. Completely my fault. But... sweet. That's really what you want him to do, is just like that attack. That attack is dumb, the way it tracks. Oh. Their AI is like identical. I really hate these guys. The way that they even track your movement is like they're 2 steps ahead of you. They walk in the direction that you're moving to, like the position you're moving to, not where you are. It's really weird. And they've got weird damage and weird poise damage. You'd think that they could have just made them like normal enemies. Alrighty. You probably won't miss too much. Not unless I miraculously kill this boss, but I have a feeling it'll be a bit. Surprised how effective his shield has been in actually, like, stopping me. Yeah. See what I mean by that tracking? That's what you want. Close range, that attack? Yes, please. Keep going in on that and rolling either too early or too late. If he's at long range, it tracks you perfectly. You have to dodge it. It's... you can technically outrange it, I think. Oh, sweet. I deserve that. Ugh. And that's what this boss fight is. After the very first small portion of it, it's a lot of enemy juggling, because if you kill them, you'll call them back within a minute. They're worth... with the way they track and stuff, they're not worth the hassle of killing, it seems. I don't know. Like... So I guess I'd just have to try to get as much damage as possible off in the early game. In the early fight. Early stage of the fight. Oh, that hits you there too? Really? And it's raining, so you actually take bonus lightning damage. So, I guess Lightning Clutch Ring could have been good here. I don't remember if I actually have it or got rid of it or something. I think I want to say I had it but got rid of it. Either that or I stored it, but... part of his whole gimmick is just that he does bonus damage with his big attacks. It has a little bit of tracking, that actually makes sense, but still. Don't enjoy it, still. Wow. Man. Just the way attacks are delayed and stuff in this game. Forgot how awful it feels within the time I took that I wasn't actually streaming. Did he do a roll attack there? Is that what happened? It looked very abnormal as well. And again, what does look normal with this enemy? There we go, that was good. Oh, of course. Of course you were going for that. Yep. See, I get like I'm trying to play way too aggressive with this guy here, but basically I'm turning every attack I do into a punish on myself. It's really dumb of me. When I could just time it. Oh. I love having that cute attack, only to lead into it being hit. I was gonna say, I'd be surprised if that didn't hit me. Slow projectiles, of course. Why wouldn't they be slow? Of course you're positioned so close to him already. There should be a spear guy, yeah. Well, we're doing better than last time, I think, technically. Yeah, they're so... See, look at that, the way that they... Yeah. You actually have to outpace them, or outrange them. You can't... They track too well. You can't just circle strafe them. Maybe if you're running. Seeing as I don't really run often during fights, but... I mean, like, maybe I just want to stick close to him? I honestly don't know. I have no idea for this fight. Just bait out that attack, and then go in for a punish, maybe. I did find out, though, he can only have 2 guys out at once, unless he's gonna prove me wrong on that one as well, which is possible. I don't think that's... I think it's only 2, though. I'm like 99% sure about that. What are you doing, man? And of course, I'd heal, but it's a bit of a waste already, so... Oh. I mean, I know I rolled that way too early, but still. Just feels bad. I have a feeling this fight is going to be very complaining, but afterwards I should be happier, I guess. At least I'm over with this fight. A fight that you have to approach from a certain direction, and it has ads in it. It's just lovely. Like, literally, you can approach him from a shield side, but you're not going to get very far doing that. Obviously. Even the way they walk, even? Yeah. Yeah, no, you can't just circle straight. That's cool. I deserved that one, but still. I was trying to see if I could circle strafe him, and then panic rolled after, trying to get away from his... No, they track too much to actually circle strafe. Because of course they do. That's a good attack. To punish, at least. Oh, I'm getting hurt. Yep, I went way too heavy on that. Oh, man. I don't know, this might be one where I have to end my stream every time I run out of life gems. Which is such a pain to do, but... I'm not gonna farm them back up, that's for sure. Granted, if I run out of life gems more than, like, once, that'd be pretty sad. Because, really, it's just about patience and finding the right opening. It's just, there are so few openings where you're totally safe. Do I have? I do actually have the, of course. They actually reached me this time, why wouldn't they? Ugh. Back to the bonfire. How much of a defense bonus is that? 75, yeah? 80? That's good. That's worthwhile, I think. Wait, was it 80? Am I crazy? Yeah, it is. I wonder how much that'll save me. It's definitely more than the, like, 35 health or whatever this gives. Yeah. Literally 51 health. A 3% HP increase. It's terrible. 3%? Yeah, close to it. Goodbye. I deserved that one. That was silly of me. Just didn't even dodge it. I'm honestly surprised this is one of the fights that's giving me so much trouble. I wasn't expecting as much from him. Really, I wasn't expecting him to deal quite as much damage as he is. I wasn't expecting the ads to be so bad, but I also just kind of didn't think about the ads at all. Wow, that missed. I'm just more surprised that missed than anything. He already had it ready. Amazing. Just amazing. If he lifts his shield, yeah, like that. I'm gonna go ahead and use another life gem while he's breaking out. Which one is it? Greatsword Knight, okay. And immediately this fight just goes from manageable and simple to being just so much worse. Basically, if they didn't... It's weird because they're not really all that strong, right? But they've got... they're good at controlling me. Forcing me into movements that I'd rather not make. All those have a limit on them, good. Partially just from their tracking and stuff. They limit me in what I can actually go in on, so I get impatient, and partially just because I don't like dealing with Dark Souls 2. And this is some of that jank, so I get impatient. Oh, okay. Well, we're doing better this time at least. Hello. You're back. I have died twice, I believe. This fight's real bad. It might not be bad. I'm definitely not enjoying it though. I have put on the lightning clutch ring now, so that lightning damage isn't as effective, to me at least. And I'm learning to manage him better. At least with one enemy out, he's... wow, that still hit me. At least with one enemy, he's really not all that bad, but it's when he gets two out. Yeah, if you place your red sign soapstone down, yeah, if somebody's fighting the boss and he summons somebody, sometimes he'll grab a red sign soapstone instead of just an NPC enemy. it's terribly balanced because of that. It's cool, but basically somebody could have a one-shot build or just pack healing for the boss, making this fight so much easier if you do it offline, unless you just roll somebody that's lazy and just wants to give you the boss fight. So yeah, it can make this fight so much harder than it should have been if you get unlucky. Luckily, that doesn't really happen all that often, because it requires a lot of people going through this boss fight, and it also requires people using their red sign soapstone here, so, and neither of which are very common anymore, I would say, or I would assume. Okay, that's a good time to punish. At least if his goons have backed off. Go for it. If I kill one of these guys and you're over here, I'll gladly have you in the fight. You just better not go easy on me or anything. Yeah, that was silly of me. Aren't life gems so nice? Ugh. Ugh. Just awful. It's crazy to think how simple slash just easy this boss fight would have been without these guys. I guess that's like pretty common though. If an enemy's got ads or something, they generally make the boss very simple, but he still would have been a pretty good boss without these guys. I would say, just a little bit too basic, but they could have just made his movesets a little bit better, you know, giving him good hitboxes. I don't know, with my fist at least, it wouldn't be that easy. It wouldn't be too easy, how about that? We're on level ground. Even still. Not that I'm saying I'm better, I'm just saying you've probably still got an advantage over me. Bow only ONS was actually pretty cool. I used poison arrows for the first phase, and one thing you can do is headshot Ornstein. Oh, nice. And it just staggers him, so you can like headshot him once or twice right at the start and poison him, and then just kind of stall if you really need to. That one would have been a fun one to stream. I'll probably have to redo that because like the Gwyn fight was really good. Watch him already have that. Yeah, I knew it. I knew he was gonna go for it. I shouldn't have gone for 2 hits. Overhead? Yeah. The way that thing tracks is silly too. Ugh. The way they track. The way that attack comes out, how it's based on his distance from you, so if it always so no matter where he uses it from, if you're a certain distance away from him at some point, like on the approach, so even if he uses it point blank, it still has like the same trigger distance. So it's like really awkward. If he's close, it's really awkward to dodge. So that was terrible wording on that, but basically that attack can be really awkward if he's close and goes for it. But if he's far away, it's easy to read into. I don't think so, but he could, and that would be even worse. Then again, most any build shouldn't take more than like 2 minutes on this fight, besides really low damage builds, and even still. What is he, like a third of the way through or something? All it takes is one bad combo, but I'll put myself in that situation more so than him actually forcing a combo on me. You know? If I'm getting comboed, it's my fault. Like going for an R2 there. That was good. I think he's like a third of the way dead, I would say. Quarter to 1/3. is fine with me. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh god. Terrain, why? Terrain almost had me killed there. Oh, I'm dead. Yep, my bad. Nah. At least New Game Plus Lost Cinder's pretty balanced about it. They have really low HP. Like, they would die in a couple hits to any... They would die in 1 to 2 hits on any logical build. There should be no reason that they should actually cause a big issue. That was silly of me. I tried to go for a heal when I was way too surrounded. I deserved that death, but... It shouldn't have been too painful. Like, really, at least after some patches. If you're playing base Dark Souls 2, no, it's not great because they weren't very well balanced. But they were patched and weakened, I think, a couple times. Nerfed, I guess I should just say. But yeah, they're really not all that bad anymore, at least. Oh yeah, like a lot of stuff was nerfed in Dark Souls 2 also. Like, it was, just go look at the patch notes. This game was a mess when it was released, and somehow still isn't really all that put together. They had to nerf multiple of the lords, because they also had to nerf Dukes Freya. Her laser did too much damage and she used it too often. Would not be surprised if they nerfed the other 2 lords as well, but... At least I'm being more aggressive on those. Ugh. Ugh. I guess I'll heal. No! Lovely. Turn radius Y. No, of course he would. If anything, they fixed him instead of nerfing him. It was likely that some of his hitboxes are wrong, or that certain combo... I don't know. I don't know if they actually changed him at all, for that matter. They might not have, but it just wouldn't surprise me, seeing as they did 2 of the lords at least, and I know they've changed a lot of bosses at release, or after release. And then, of course, Scholar should have kept all of those changes at least. Oh, I should have gotten hit there. Surprised I didn't. I bounced off his shield and I didn't even get hit. It's honestly kind of surprising. Yep, of course. .360? Yeah, 360 was where it had probably the majority of patches, like PS3 360, just original vanilla Dark Souls 2. No, they had plenty of patches. They've only had like 2 patches in Scholar the First Sin, and they were very minor. They even took out... They fixed a lot of, well, the early speedrunning stuff, like the binoculars glitch. I don't know if you know about that one, but it was pretty silly how, or what it did. It just gave you an insane speed buff for just using binoculars in a specific way. Basically trying to attack. I think it was like, just try to attack and pull up binoculars, and it's a thrust attack, so it just gets tons of bonus damage too. Ooh, I'm surprised that didn't hit me. So, another thing you can do is if you deal enough damage, you can actually break his shield and stop him from spawning these guys. But if you couldn't guess, I don't do enough damage, so that's kind of out of the picture. Yeah, I deserve that. Yeah, lightning was nerfed. They kept nerfing lightning spear specifically, too. Down to 3 casts by the end, isn't that crazy? And up to, I think it was up to 10 if you had enough attunement. Maybe not, but it was something like that. Maybe. Wouldn't that be crazy, just having like 100 lightning spears, but I have a feeling that wasn't the case. Yeah, they nerfed it a couple times at least, I think. More than once, for sure. Nope. Wow, he just like led his attack. Did you see that? He was like going where I was, like... That attack also follows where you're going. It leads to where you're... It tracks to where you're going, not where you are. It's... You can really notice it if he's leading up with it, like, from a decent distance. Here. See? I shouldn't have rolled there. I rolled trying to get out of the way and then didn't. I had too much downtime on my roll because... Well, you always do. You don't literally always do, but... Nice. I wonder if you can actually spawn one or two of the same guys, because I've not seen that at all yet. Imagine you can. Actually, I'm not. And just... Oh, nice. At least I made it out. I actually hit R1 before I hit circle there. It's just funny to think that I still did a rolling attack for that. You know? Jeez, that attack comes out so early. That second one not so much, but that first one really did. Okay. Just don't hit his shield. And that attack is pretty easy to punish. See, like when he's kind of close range and using that. Wow, that has a follow-up that, of course, tracks quite well. That's gonna hit me. I'm surprised I'm not dead, honestly, seeing as that's a thrust. Which one are you going for? Of course it would be that one. I'm lucky to be alive. Surprised that hit me too. Nah, I guess I shouldn't be too surprised, honestly. Wow. Just give me an hour to swing. It took forever to get me to follow up on that. Did you see that? Like, wow. Well, we're out of Estus already. I would say we're still quite early into the fight. What? Like, he fights like he's using a... This doesn't even look natural. I don't know. Well, I guess none of them look natural, really. You see the way they're swinging their swords and stuff? Even the way they side hop, that looks weird too, but... Whatever. Look at the way they move. Okay, game. Whatever. Yeah, you... Really? Just didn't read my roll. I could die because I delayed. Yeah. Oh, I should have died for that. Well, with how this is going, I'm not going to win, even with 50 life gems. So, I've got to play better. Of course. No, I'm dead. I'm not dead, but I deserve to die for that. It was silly of me. I shouldn't have gone for that attack. Shouldn't even go for this heal, but I am. At least you can outpace that attack. Can't even go in because of these guys. And I don't really have many other bosses besides him available right now. I've done most everything besides him. I've got like Dark Lurker, but I can't do this fight. What makes me think I could do Dark Lurker? Though, like, it is less juggling until phase 2, but I actually generally don't struggle all that bad with Dark Lurker. Oh, jeez, yeah. Started freaking out because I saw the other guys moving when I should have just played it safe. So I don't know, if I had, maybe they would have hit me too. Dark Lurker? No, it's main game. It's the Covenant one. You just have to do the 3 chalices. Like the 3 warp points. Each one requires a human effigy to access. The Dark Covenant, the one that gives you the hexes and stuff. Gives you, man, that comes out so early, I swear. Gives you, that one that's really strong, but absorbs all your souls, but caps at 5,000 souls. Climax, that one. Yeah, I'm gonna get hurt or something. Surprised I didn't. But no, it's not DLC. You're right, I could do DLC, but also it's DLC. Okay. Yeah, and it's an annoying Covenant too, because it's got blue phantoms, but at least those blue phantoms act like normal humans, sort of. Like, they attack like normal enemies, but there's one that's got like a Havel monster. It's just full Havel gear. You've got Rickard from Dark Souls 1. It's just cosplays for some reason on one of the setups. And then there's like a Desert Sorceress, which makes no sense or something. When one of them's got dual Pyromancers plus dual Demon Great Hammer wielding people, it's just all painful to deal with. So it looks like I can really just punish on his lightning attacks. That's what I want to go in on. The last one, I'm trying to even remember what it is. I don't know. Oh, I do remember, because it's got the archer and stuff. I actually do kind of like that Covenant, because it lets you farm bonfire aesthetics, which is really cool. But, and honestly, the Rickard one, whatever guy one, that one's probably the best one to farm, the one with Havel in it, because you can still parry Havel and stuff. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm eating through my life gems way faster than I'm killing this boss. It's terrible. Yeah, I don't even know why I went for that R1, honestly. Slam, and then thrust? No thrust, okay. I think it was one of the, supposed to be like one of the harder bosses too, pre-DLC at least, but I know on my first time finding them, I killed them first try, which surprises me. Oh, nice. You know what? No. That's not a good way to deal with that at all. I was gonna open my menu, but it messes with the camera angle too much. I'm gonna try to see if I can't heal this. And then get like an Elizabeth mushroom off or something? I don't know. Really, this fight has been just a sad display of my skill. Wow! That had that much tracking on it. Watch him go for like a thrust attack and kill me right here. Surprised he didn't. There it is, though. Look at that! He leads the projectiles in your direction or something? Either that or they just cover a large enough arc that doesn't matter what you do. You just want to outrange or something. Oh. Of course you can't. You can access all the way up to the actual equip menu, but you can't equip them while there's a, while you're using an item. Or in an action, probably, I would say. It's not a big deal, but still. I'd rather just use items and get through this fight, I think, instead of lose. Ah. Just imagine if it wasn't raining here even, that would do like, I want to say water, doesn't water give you like minus, it's like 150 or 200 lightning resist? It's silly. But it gives you fire resist. It's crazy. See that attack though, it's really awkward on the approach. If he's that close to mid-range. Yeah, can't do that. Can't even go in on that. Do another lightning attack. Oh god. Amazing. Well, not really all that upset, I'm just wish I could get those life gems back. Because it's either farm or just load up again, but that means I'd have to close the stream to do that, and I'd rather not. Just feels like a waste of my time and yours. Because I could always bonfire a set, I can go kill like a boss, but what is that gonna get me? 2 more hits? Not even. 1 more hit at best, you know? It's not gonna buy me anything. Could go get Gower's Ring of Protection, but it's such a gimmicky ring. I don't know. What? Oh. He could be worse. Parrying him isn't so bad. I guess I'll go, like, do a DLC or something. I don't know. Even none of the DLC bosses are all that good. But I'll go get to the old Iron King boss, I guess. I could do that, or I could do the ice one, but ice one always eats 3 life gems already for me, so. I know, right? It's just... it's not very fun to deal with his gimmick, that's for sure. At least... not on a fist build. Because I'm lazy and didn't want to use my key, even though I have the key. Oh, okay, just iframe it, whatever. It's not that hard, you know? Now let's see if I can remember where it is, because one of these is just like the Rebel Great Shield or something. I don't remember which item it is. I think now it's cracked red eye orbs over there. You want to go to like this right over here? Yeah, I got it. Oh, actually it's both of them. Nice. Sweet. How much damage do I do to you guys? Scratch damage. That's fine. I planned it either. Yeah, it's a good way to get down, at least that's for sure. Better than using the catfall ring or anything. It's a nice little gimmick. Like, I do the sunk... Ooh, pardon me. I do the Sunken King DLC, right? But that one's a real pain to get to right now, because it requires me killing both of the giants. Which, it's either now or any time later, but it's always going to be exactly the same, right? Because even if I do it now or later, I'm going to be doing 11 damage to the giants. So, no matter what, I'm going to be doing low damage on them. So I guess I could go ahead and do them. The best that I get later is, pardon me, slightly more iframes, and maybe one more hit, but that requires a lot of investment already. Let's go ahead and put that on. I would like to get the Ironclad helmet. That's another thing though, I guess if I do spend some time actually, like, I could always gear up, get like better armor or something, you know? That's always an option. Really, like, I guess really what I'd want is the lightning clutch ring and then lightning defense. I don't know what really has good lightning defense in terms of armor, but for sure it's not what I'm wearing, I think. Please don't kill me. Ah, fine. Right? It's like, that was 35. Yeah, this armor has terrible lightning defense. I need something made of, like, well, I'd say stone, but I guess the old Ironclad helmet's just actually really bad. Probably shouldn't be wearing it now that I'm a bit later into the game. These are good, but have low lightning defense. Good physically. Better poise, too. I might want to swap to those. Have I upgraded them? I haven't even upgraded them. Sure, I'll swap to those for now. I'm still under 50 equip weight. Equip load. 50%. Yes, I have completely decided against those. I've already sold the Ring of Blades. I'm not grabbing Flynn's ring. And getting Ring of Blades +1 requires me killing Pursuer anyways. Or, requires me killing, what's his name? Smelter Demon anyways. So that's a little bit off the table right now. I mean, no matter what, I'm gonna have this sort of damage, right? So, but yeah, I have. It's weird, right? I'm at a weird standstill. Really, I think the only thing that I'd be willing to drop, and this would be, if I think I'm truly stuck, I'd be willing to drop the Covenant of Champions modifier. That's probably the part that's actually making it hardest, though. So like, I could, because it's either that or like drop having a shield, or like allow a shield or something. But oh wow, really? I could wear this. I could just get to 94 poise. That seems decent at least. I really don't like this DLC. The verticality is nice, but the gimmick of these items right here is so bad. These 6, I don't want to spend at all. These 6 will be what I'll use for, what's his name? Well, I'm gonna use one here for this bonfire, I guess, but used for, cannot remember his name. I think you only need 5 anyways. Rain. Oh wait, no. I can use it. I can get it without the bot. Okay. But like, so it's like if I drop Covenant of Champions, right? Then it might as well just allow strength or damage increasing rings. Oh, here's the thing, right? What about the strength ring or dex ring? Because those only raise stats, but secondarily, because of that, raise my damage, right? So it's like, should I allow that? In this case, probably, but it is only 1 more damage anyway. It's like 1 more damage and 10 HP. It's not even actually worthwhile. Yeah. I don't even remember where to go for this DLC. It's like down. Yeah, there we are. And we want to wear the cat ring for now. I would say they're probably more. I'd feel better allowing them than I would most others. Most other. Well, there was like a jump you could make somewhere around here, down to a lower part. I'd probably be. Oh, it's okay. It's over here. You can try it. You can jump right down to there. I'm gonna try it once. If I die, I won't worry about it. Yeah, nice. That lets me skip like 3 enemies or something, 3 or 4 enemies, which is real nice. This is what, a scythe plus 6 or something? No, that's earlier or later. They added like plus 6 weapons into the DLC so that you can always have a decent weapon at least. Yeah, and like if I allowed the strength ring, I'm already at 48 strength, so it would give me like 3 to 5 damage at best because I'm almost at the big soft cap. Hey, there's a slab at least. Totally forgot about that. This room's a real pain. I just want to go. She's gonna like buff them all with defense, but I want to open this gate. That's gonna be real hard. I'm dead. Yep. I don't even know. They might buff their attack even. There's probably a better way through this. I wonder if alluring skulls work. If those work, I'll use those. Did you see how much damage he did? That's insane. It was like half my health in one hit. And then the other half in the other. That surprises me with just how much damage that did. I don't even have alluring skulls. Ugh. The other thing was, I already said I wouldn't allow bright bugs. Those would make this a lot easier, because it's just a 20% damage boost, plus 20% defense boost. Where is that? Where is what? Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh, that was a bad jump. Oh, that was a terrible jump. I'll take it the normal part. I'll take it the normal way now. I won't worry about trying to make that jump. I don't think it saves me a lot of trouble. I could always try to kill them one at a time. One of them's an archer, I think. And then you've got that side room where if you go into it, more of them spawn in that side room. Ugh. It's just one thing after another for me. Yeah, I swear. Oh, what a waste of a life gem. The other thing is, these things can drop souls, like specific ones of these drop soul items. So I guess those would be worth grabbing. Maybe this one? Yeah. So, like, that was worth it. But yeah, you see, you just land, like, right back down here. Hey. Oh, maybe this is the scythe. Oh, it was plus 7 weapons. I like how I walked right past it, though. I don't think I wanted to come over here. Does this have a drop down? It does have a drop down, though. But we're gonna be aggroing this guy if we go in there. Can always drop attack this guy. No matter what, we're aggroing something bad that we really don't want to aggro. I'm surprised this guy doesn't aggro through the bars. He just doesn't see you. It's kind of funny. We're just gonna sneak around and make a big jump over here. Nope, that doesn't work. Okay. Really, it's that guy that's a big issue? Okay, get it. Come on. Do it. Why do you have to be so slow? Ah, of course. Okay, so if I hadn't taken that upper path, that wouldn't have been an issue. Isn't that funny? Because that wasn't the archer right over there. That was the flame sword guy, because it was a great arrow, which means he actually did aggro me just afterwards. That's silly. I'd rather not fight these guys. I guess I should probably see how much damage I'm even doing before I try not fighting them. We can test on this guy over here, how about that? Yeah, I wasn't even running there. I just landed and it made me jump. I hit circle. No, not in this game. Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 3 it does. Dark Souls 2 it does not. Not until the... Wow, look at that. Look at those hitboxes. Not until the very end of the animation, at best. Oh, okay. You have a thrust on a giant axe. That makes sense. 42 damage a swing, by the way. Isn't that bad, but... The bad part is actually dealing with 2 of these guys at once, or something like that. Here we go. 3R2 into a backstab combo. No, even fog gates don't give you iframes? Next to nothing, does it? Oh, nice. Look at that tracking. You know, I might want to get, like, the stone ring. That could probably help with some of these things. Having better poise damage. Okay. Well, he's dead, at least. I can kill one. That's for sure. And then you gotta think, well, after these ones, all the next ones are buffed, too. They've all got at least a defense buff. I don't know if it's an attack buff, though. And as I've pointed out, if you go into that room... Can you climb ladders? If you can, that would be awesome. If you can't, this could still work out in some sense. Depending on how I do it. Oh, right. Is it this game where ladders can be real funky with enemies? 'Cause it sure looks like it. He's like... I think he's like lost aggro. Okay, Gabe. Do it. Just go. Get it. There we go. Jesus. Now I just gotta let this open. You can really tell how fearful I am with my screaming, can't you? Of course, another door. They get to show off these guys, explosive barrel guys that, if you couldn't guess, yeah, explode if they touch fire. They also flee from you, which is why he blew up in the first place. It was bad handling on my part, personally. I tried to go around the ladder. I missed. So instead I got stuck on the ladder. Oh well. Luckily all of these levers, no matter how hard it is, you can actually pull them all. We flee and then we explode. Is that what you're gonna say? Good. They could have done one for the DLCs, and that's all they would have had to have put. So, you haven't seen the DLC before, right? So you know, like, nothing about it? What's really cool is once you get halfway through this DLC, or basically to the end of it, really, all these motionless contraption-looking things, they all start moving. You pull this lever, or you pull this sword, or some sort of thing out of something. Bunch of enemies aggro to you. You escape, or die, it doesn't really matter. Dying works just as well. And then you go turn it in somewhere, and all of these things start working. It's actually kind of cool. Oh, this door closes itself? Isn't that interesting? I'll just close it again so they can't follow me. Oh wow. I thought you'd seen more. I guess, yeah, okay. Fair enough. Guys, please. Just one of you can walk into that fire. Thank you. They drop black fire bombs, I believe that's what that is. I can't really check, but that should be it. Yay, we get this terrible enemy. Watch this, he can point his bow above stuff. Fair enough, yeah. Okay, you guys flee from that. Never mind. Hey, there we go. Wouldn't that be cool if he dropped his sword like first try? That'd be rare. I'm not gonna fight you either. Let's just run and make it to the next bonfire, eh? Here we go. Yeah, you won't see much of this. Well, you'll see all of the DLC at least, but you won't see me fighting it. That's for sure. And then you've got, oh, okay, so you want to actually roll through these, but you've got this lovely room. This room is very unique. Excuse me. Do it, just do it. Get it anyway. Wow, it worked. It actually worked. I was not expecting that one to actually work. I don't care if I die. I'm fine with dying. Unfortunately, though, I mean, the only bosses that I'll be able to fight in this DLC are Blue Smelter Demon, Fume Knight, and, no, that's it right now. I think, don't you need the, like, memory of, or don't you need the giant memory thing to even access the other part? Maybe. If that's the case, then yeah, I've only got 2 bosses available, and... Oh, jeez. I want my souls, though. Yeah, this is the first time that you see that these guys can actually, like, res themselves. You have 5 large shards, really? You get to see their really dumb attack style. You get ambushed right here. Somewhere else then. And then you get to see this dumb enemy that can, like, teleport and stuff. And has, like, a life drain patch effect, which is real silly. They can backstab you as well, if you couldn't guess. Oh, you just fell. Okay. Sweet. Just let me in the boss, or in the fog wall. And then if you go down there, over to that side, they introduce, like, one of the worst, invaders. We're at another bonfire, by the way. They're very close together. This is one of the last ones. There's like 2 more, I think. 3 if you count the side area, actually. But you're also supposed to be, like, not just running through. It's gonna loop back around. You're gonna open that after you go through this next area. Big Fall. You can get some of the Katarina set here. It's pretty cool. Otherwise, this part's just another annoying part. Did it kill him? I think so. Sweet. Yeah, this part's real cool because, just watch. You see that? Isn't that cool? And they just warp out of nowhere with no warning or any sort of tell that they would be coming from anywhere. And they're wearing cloth armor, so like they take no damage. Sweet. Take no strike damage, I guess I should say. Yeah, and then you got 2 more of them over here too. Oh, that hurts. And then, when you think you're safe, you got one of these guys. Let's see if we can't get it open. Nah, I'm dead, I think. If I'm not dead, I should be dead. Yeah. They built this area so you can't rush through it, of course, if you couldn't tell. Yeah, there's another method to dealing with those 2 ranged people. You can just use that fire sprayer and slowly whittle them down with that. Yeah, they really don't want you rushing through these areas. Isn't it crazy? And if I had pulled that other lever, by the way, right at the end, instead of the one that I didn't but attempted to pull, it opens up into this area. So, you can get right back to where you were, at least, which is cool. And even have some manipulation with these guys if you wanted. So technically, if I could open that gate, that'd be pretty good, too. Let's go ahead and bait this person out. Look at that, it's so dumb. They don't set a precedent for that any time before, I think, either. Maybe they do, but I didn't think they did. I love your running attack. But... Huh. 3 damage? Really? There's no way I'm... Okay, good. It just happened to be because they did their teleport. Ugh. Oh yeah, you should see the cursed room. The cursed area. It's... What? It's also tedious. Don't you love an enemy that can teleport behind you and backstab you? Just get free critical damage on you if they land it. An enemy that literally teleports behind you, though. Look at this. At least you can punish that. I guess that works too. Nope. Oh god. Yeah, 1 dagger combo and I'd be dead because they're doing not insignificant damage. Really, a lot of what's making this so tough is Covenant of Champions actually, because it really does add a lot of damage and it just makes them more aggressive and everything. You gonna teleport again? No, you're not. Thank you. You can teleport after being hit? Oh, God. Look at how long this one enemy has taken me to kill. It's not even like... They're only 2/3 dead, too. Oh, of course. That could have hurt if I had actually done that bad. Probably would have killed me. Oh, jeez. I hate that. Oh my god. How do you not love an enemy that teleports? One, two, three. Please don't actually teleport. Thank you. Hey, there's one dead. The really sad part is I really like their helmet. I'd rather not deal with those guys. So, are both of them still alive? Of course they are. No, wait. Are they? Is it just one? I think it's just one. Oh, jeez. I would rather you actually, like, came for me. Whoa, guys, get out of here. I'd rather you guys not blow me up. I think if you attack them, though, they'll actually try to hit you. And it just adds more trouble to the equation. Never played Diablo. Any of them. Oh, okay. Life Drain Patch. Ugh. Can't even see what they're doing through that. Dude, like, just attack me with your dagger, right? Oh, okay. Man, the downtime's so short. I want to get close to them so that... Oh, jeez. Like, what I would love to do is just get them stuck in the fire, right? What are you guys doing? Oh my god. Stupid explosive enemies. Just all running up to this wall. Hey, at least they opened this wall up. Jeez. I want to say that's one of the walls that has the Katarina armor in it, at least. There we go. Hey, I made it through at least. So if they try to follow me, dude, just please. There we go. There you go. Just stand right where you are. Please. Ha, you know what? That helped a lot, though. Yeah, I know. You can teleport. I know, I shouldn't use that life gem, but I'm going to. I want to be at full health. Just in case. Of course. Ah, it was way too far out of range. Please, just die. Oh my goodness gracious. Wow. Sure does take up a lot of time. All for this. I don't remember what this is, honestly. This might be Katarina leggings plus 4 or something. It's not even plus anything, but hey. We do get Katarina gear, though. Which looks good. Oh, it looks so good. And it's actually, like, pretty good, just in general. Huh, okay. Okay. Oh, it looks really weird on my thin legs. I'm not used to having such thin legs, I guess. Just go. Now here's the awkward part. I don't know how to deal with this guy at all. I guess maybe what I want to do is bait him really far this way. Oh, jeez. These spike walls. He'll keep coming if I could... Okay, now is when I would just look to... Of course. I deserve that. I completely mistimed it, but I wanted to sneak around him, but he's got the alternating firearms. And I mistimed them, and so I had the wrong arm on the wrong side. So I think if I'd even tried to go around the other side, I would have gotten hit by fire, staggered, and then that would have tracked into me, probably. I don't know. Maybe if I'd had full health at the time. But otherwise, there's no way. Let's see if maybe like a rushdown idea wouldn't work, or would work. Like, bait him into an attack, and then just open the door. Yeah, it kind of worked. It kind of really worked, actually. Oh, jeez. Just don't kill me. Just don't kill me and we're good. Just don't kill me and we're good. Okay, we're good. So, yep. We got that open, at least. I guess we may as well rest. We're actually almost a fume night. I think I'm going to stick with the Katarina armor. I think it upgrades with Twinkling, which would be decent as I don't have to... Dried roots, don't those just... Yeah. They heal like... It's either 1300 or 1800, but it's like 2 or 3 HP every second over the course of like 600 seconds or something like that. I don't remember. It's crazy slow, but it's like a ring of regeneration, but passive. I think that's like exactly what it is. It's like a 5-minute ring of regeneration, passive. That might be it. Now you get this terrible enemy. And we're going to be invaded as well, so there's that. We actually didn't get hit there, which surprises me. Let's see if I can remember which door to go through. Does this fall kill with this ring on? Probably still, yeah. At least with my HP. I'm gonna try it again, but effigied. I'm gonna try it, yeah. Just with full health. I think I could live it. At least if I took off my armor, I know I could. Like my heavier stuff. Yeah, that'll do. If I don't live it now, I'd be surprised. Yeah, we can actually get a look at the scenery. This also makes no sense. These areas are huge, yet they're kingdoms, but they also have nothing to them. This is... I don't know. Although, I guess this one's just a fallen kingdom or something. I don't know. But... they probably explain how it all turned to ash like this, but I don't recall it. It's all very strange. Yeah, this enemy I really don't like. They move weirdly fast and also just have awkward hitboxes on their jump attack. Yeah. Quicksword Rachel, no thank you. Yeah, that's definitely worthwhile. So this is what I was talking about earlier. You just open this door, you pick up this item, and then they have it set up that it's supposed to be really hard to get away from. None of these guys aggro until after you pick up the sword. Oh wait, I've been invaded, so I can't get out that way. Instead... yeah, we'll just die. Whatever. I'd like my souls back, though. 8,000 is a lot of souls. It's like... I guess I didn't need the effigy for that. I could have just put on the Ring of Binding and I think it would have worked. Oh well. I'm gonna go back through there. Getting my souls is still annoying because Cell or Quicksword Rachel. Yeah, Rachel, her big gimmick is she just uses pine resins, I think. She uses like all sorts, I think. But she's not really all that powerful, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong, though. Yeah, excuse me. Excuse me. Just why? Why would you put so many of them in this game? Hey, there she is again. Where do I drop? Over here. Did they all just explode down here? Oh, good. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. I think they move faster when they're on fire, too. Yeah, they deal contact damage, which slows you down as well. It's just great design. You just kind of bait them into their AoE, really. Which insta-kills one of them, and then... they're worth 800 souls apiece? Really? That's crazy. See? There she goes, using pine resin. And then, yeah... they get you through here, and they're like, oh yeah, hurry up, go, 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 run. It's supposed to be a section where you just flee. And then, you pull down the elevator, and what do you find? But another enemy on the elevator, for some odd reason. This is really weird. Knock her into the pit. Oh, you just don't hurt her. Okay. Look at that tracking. But I think that goes for like all jump attacks anyway. Okay, so that one's on fire. That's good. Let's go ahead and put my armor back on. That's cool. Just roll. There you are. Ooh, pardon me. I'd rather just not. What I bet I will do is just turn in this item, go down to Fume Knight if I can make it. Because of course, it's not as simple as just walking down there. It shouldn't be too hard. There's like a handful of enemies, and of course there's another lever door that you have to open in front of a giant guy, but most of it's not too bad. Or even what I could do, which I think I will, is just throw myself off the edge once I get into the main room. Oh, she actually just returns if we get far enough away. Thank you. You're a silly invader. So we got the key item. Yeah, the Scorching Iron Scepter. When the old Iron King wrested his dilapidated region from the Kingdom of Ven, all the resources the enfeebled Lord could muster. This iron-producing miracle. So it just turns on a giant forge. Because no other fire item could have done this. Nothing else could have activated this thing. Hey, I guess it keeps it active forever, so whatever. It looks a lot like the coiled sword, I believe. Like this thing. Actually, I think it's exactly the same design. Let's see. Nah, because that one's got the circle thing, and there's no way this one does, right? Right? Nah, yeah, they're slightly different. That's good. I'm gonna go buy life gems before I die. I should be able to get up to close to a full stock, at least. Close to a full stock, it's like 3 per 1,000, yeah. There you go. Very close. So now it's like, the question is, what do I want to fight? Because there's no way Fume Knight, well, I don't know, we'll see. I have no idea how hard Fume Knight will be. Probably harder than Looking Glass Knight, I would have to say, if I had to guess. And yeah, if you want to get into there, which is where the Blue Smelter Demon is, you go out there, out here. All the way at the end, there's a key. I think it's at the end of this area. Like that very, very far item out here. There's a key, I believe. Please stop shaking the ground. Yeah, there it is. How exciting, isn't it? You know what? Chunks are worth it. That was definitely worthwhile. Black Fireball. Hey. See? So we can get to Blue Smelter Demon. I'm not going to, but I am going to open the door at least. I went the wrong way. Whatever. That's fine. What's this say? Raw for happiness. Yeah, and these elevators, I don't quite understand why they've got old knights as elevators. It doesn't make sense either. Why? And they're not even proportional to the other old knights. I just don't get it. That makes no sense. Why would you use these guys as elevators? Like, even the way they're strapped on, and how this platform on top of them, it doesn't make sense. Oh, I shouldn't have jumped that. Yeah. Oh well. There's like a chest right here. Yeah, and then down below are some extra enemies. Because of course that's what I want. Yeah, there's the strength ring. Let's see what it does. It gives me 2 more damage. Look at that. I got a whole 3 extra damage. Ooh. 3 AR though in this game, like, is way more valuable than in Dark Souls 1 or even Dark Souls 3, I think, just with how damage is dealt. Don't know why it had me jump there. And just open it. Just go. Then you got this area, which isn't all that bad, but you've got these guys. And these ones are special because they revive if you kill them, unless you use that thing that they want you to use, which I don't recall what it's called, but obviously I'm not going to, because all I have to do is hit this elevator button and I'm pretty much set. Yeah, I know you got a bow. Well, we can take this off. And I think I've got all of the things I need to actually use here. I don't remember what this is supposed to be. Yeah, and this is why you want to hold on to those smelter wedges. That's what they're called. You get like a spell or something if you collect them all. I don't recall. I think the life ring plus 3 is near the last one that I normally get. But if you don't use them here, then anytime Fume Knight gets near the edges of the arena, he heals. It's like a free warmth effect for him across the entire arena if you don't have enough. Or across parts of the arena if you don't have enough, really. Oh, this area is... Where is it? Somewhere around here, right? Maybe it's only when you're using a bow, but you crouch. Your character, like, crouches. It's kind of funny. I'll make sure to give Fume Knight a shot after I use these smelter wedges, but I have a bad feeling that I might not win. Oh wait, yeah, I've got to use it. Like, Fume Knight is one of those bosses that people kind of show off with, yeah? Like, apparently he's got pretty good tells and stuff. I would agree, I would say he probably has good tells, but I think you're actually invincible during this. Thank goodness. I really don't care about the soul wedges, whatever they're called. Those are totally pointless to me, but... Hey, we're ready for the boss. Is that only 4 of them? Yeah, it was. It's larger than I remember. Oh, jeez. It's 11 damage. And he does 2/3 to half my HP a swing. On his weak swings, I would say. Ooh. See, this is why I'm thinking, like, maybe Covenant of Champions makes it a bit hard, but at the same time, it's like... I beat Dark Souls 1 at 2 damage? 2 to 4 damage a swing? Yeah, enemies have more HP, but still. Can't be, like... Yeah, I guess it could literally be 2.5 times the HP, but I don't think it is. Like, none of these fights should be anywhere near as long as, like, Dark Souls 1. Maybe I do want more stamina soon, though, because being able to roll more would be nice. I always forget how expensive it is to roll in this game. Oh. Surprised that one didn't hit me, honestly. Surprised that one missed, on my part. That one's gonna hurt. Both of his swords do, like, pretty similar damage. So many rolls. I bet I could just outrange it or something, too. Yeah, I shouldn't have gone for a rolling R1, but they're terrible for this. Whoa, that's a cool attack. I'm surprised that R2 missed. I thought he was going to follow up on that. Should have died there, honestly. Completely mismanaged my stamina. I jumped instead of rolling, but that was my bad because I was starting to run because I didn't want to roll. It was my bad. I misread what he was doing. Yeah, Dark Souls, well, it just has better boss fights, better hitboxes, better... It's better balanced, you know? I don't know, especially with Covenant of Champions, at least, the amount of damage you take. But then that's like a stupid excuse. It's like saying, I can't beat this game because I can't face tank. Which is a pretty stupid reason to not be able to beat these bosses, you know? Shouldn't have to face tank to kill them. I don't know. I'm gonna grab my souls at least. And then Homeward Bone? Question mark? I want my souls. I just see an ellipses. What's that about? Is it because I said face tanking and whatnot? But it's true though. I mean, anybody can face tank and kill a boss with their fists, yeah? Here, you know what? I won't keep it off, but I'll stop stuttering real quick. But I want to see the difference in damage I take and damage, like, in health. And I want to test on Looking Glass Knight, right? It just... Wouldn't say it's like giving up totally, but it feels like a bit of a loss if I just drop the Covenant. Yeah, I know. Shouldn't be that big a deal, but no, there is actually a weaker weapon in the game than the fist. Check out the Work Hook. Yeah, it's a bleeding fist weapon, but it has one big downside, and that is it takes away. It's +5 dex when you equip it, but it's also -3 adaptability. You can only get one. I should do a Work Hook run though. It's such a weird weapon. Oh, here, I'll show it off here. Just fist only. And, well, maybe I guess if you upgrade the Work Hook, maybe it's stronger. But no matter what, it's pretty bad. Kick only. Too bad kicks in this game are guard breaks. Because I want to say like the damage change is pretty significant, too. It's like the amount of either defense or health they have is a big change. And the amount of damage they deal is pretty significant, like watch. Well, I'm dealing more damage at least. Yeah, look at that. Cause look at how much weaker he is now. Like this would be pretty easy. I guess you could just even like face tank. Semi-face tank. And what an R2 does, 57 is not amazing, but better than 50. Yeah, because I would normally be doing like 33 to 37, so there's like 10% damage increase. No, 30%? Jesus. On top of the fact that he just does less damage. Maybe. So, like, if I give up Covenant of Champions, maybe at some point I'll get better at Dark Souls 2. And I'll be able to do it. without Covenant, or with Covenant of Champions, right? Because not only am I just... I haven't played Dark Souls too much. I'm surprised I even made it this far, to be fair. Fist only Covenant of Champions. See how much more damage I'm doing though? It's crazy. Yeah, they do like scratch damage to me now too. This is crazy. Oh, I'm surprised that missed. Yeah, I deserve that one. At the very least, I guess I'll... Yeah, right. Yeah, I shouldn't have even gone in on that. I'll learn the game better. If I don't think I'll totally drop Covenant of Champions. Right, because I should probably give bosses a few tries before just dropping it. Smelter Demon might be another one, not because I really struggle with him, but just because his damage over time effect is so detrimental. You know? But yeah, I should be able to tackle this right now without Covenant of Champions. Really? That counted as hitting your shield? Oh, that was a bad step. I was gonna be really upset if that hit me. Oh, there we go. Just loop him into that. Over and over. Don't actually, that'd be awful. What the heck? Oh, he did like a sidestep. Look at how much less damage these guys are doing even. Like, this feels just totally manageable, but... that was bad of me. I dodged one attack. Basically, I should have outranged the first attack instead of dodging through it. Really? That hit me, too. I'm surprised. I don't think I saw that full combo until this fight, specifically. Like, what the heck, man? Show it off more. It's cool. Even still with two enemies, he's annoying to tackle, but... Wow. Yeah, look at that. That does like half my health now. Like, actually manageable. It's crazy. That doesn't even do much damage anymore. Wow, yeah. This is still a slow fight at least, because, Jesus, these two ads are just so annoying. Even if they aren't putting as much pressure on, they're definitely still not enjoyable. That looked really weird. And I'm still just face tanking this fight. Wow, I'm surprised by that. I could still die because of that. Ah, this spear guy. So dumb. Ah. I know, you have thrusts. Oh, here we go. Is this part of not being in the Covenant of Champions? Broken AI? Man, I get to kill Aldia on this run. Isn't that awful? Really? One of those hit me. I'm surprised by that, honestly. Man, don't you love the way he... I wasn't even gonna complain about Mirror Knight there, Looking Glass Knight. I was gonna complain about the way that these guys gain immense speed for no reason. And they really do, too. It's weird, isn't it? Look at that. It's like not even a normal running speed. It's above a normal running speed, I'd say. I deserve that. Now I'm just throwing away healing items. This is so dumb of me. Of course that hit me. I don't know. This poise ring does nothing, it seems. I guess like 20 to 30 poise means nothing in this game. I forgot how weird poise is, because big hits no matter what. Like, I don't know. Gotta have a lot of poise, I guess, to face tank Ultra Greatsword hits, especially from enemies that don't have normal attacks. Ah, don't you love the way that tracks to where you're going instead of where you are? Which one? It's... Oh. I misread that. I actually thought that was going to be a different one. I'm only on life gems. I've still handled this fight horribly right now, and I'm still handling it horribly. This is just sad. I've used almost 20 life gems, 7 Estus, and he's still only a third of the way dead. It's like, Jesus, I could be doing so much better. I'm just being impatient about it. And really don't like dealing with his ads at all. Oh well. I'll I just saw that you sent a message. I feel like that still comes out early. I'll read it when I get an opening. Won't be fulfilled until... I thought I'd give it a shot. Wow. 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 Isn't that lovely? Did you see that? It's just hitting me out of a backstab. Hey. Guess I shouldn't have gone for the backstab. That was stupid of me, I guess, you know, trying to punish something. They move like they have like no equip load, is what it is. As though they're not carrying anything, even though both of them are wielding heavy shields, because Pate's shield is quite heavy. The Cyan Knight shield is also heavy. Or the Cyan Knight halberd, whatever that is, spear halberd thing's heavy. What even was that? And you got the great sword. That's heavy. Like, these guys move like they shouldn't be encumbered, even though he's wearing extremely heavy gear. What you got? Oh, I should have died there. I would have been dead there, actually, I think, if this had been Covenant of Champions. Well, I would have been dead long before this if it had been Covenant of Champions. Also, yeah, he hadn't done that at all, where his AI just breaks. He hadn't done that at all until I left Covenant of Champions. I wonder what that's about. You know, I've thought about doing an egghead-only run in Dark Souls 1. No joke. Same thing for if I could stream on PC, I would do a lava kick, like a orange charred ring run only. I still want to do Skull Lantern. That weapon's actually, I kind of like it. I'm a weirdo, I know, but it's kind of appealing to me. Using the only lantern weapon in the game. Lantern class weapon in the game. I love the tracking on that. Isn't it cool that it tracks literally 180 degrees? Technically, I think it would track 360 if you ran him in a circle during the time that it would take him to actually pull off the attack. I don't remember how much physical damage the egghead does in Dark Souls 1 though. It's like more than a kick, or more than a punch, that's for sure. But probably not much more than like a +0 Castus with good stats. Like, I'm assuming 80 AR, honestly. 80 to 100 AR is what I would think. That was good. I'm honestly surprised I didn't get punished for that either. No, I don't want your shield side. Really? At least you're doing that one. And I would be totally down to do this fight, of course, if it just didn't have ads in it. That's generally how it goes, though. Like, at least with, Nito in Dark Souls 1, you could hide yourself, right? The 3 skeletons, and then the large skeletons would never aggro specifically, but the 3 normal skeletons wouldn't aggro if you wore the right setup. 4 kings was just a big pain, of course, but I think I'd rather do them over this. Only because I just like Dark Souls 1 more. Even if it is like 5 to 10 times longer, easily, if not more. I'd rather do 4 kings again, I think. Oh, if he could damage his ads, that'd be cool. Or if they had any... Even if they just functioned like a normal enemy, that would be cool. I would this fight would be so much better if they just, you know, had normal movesets. This guy wouldn't combo. He wouldn't have thrust attacks easily pulled off. He would only have a roll attack for his thrust. That'd be the only way he could do a thrust, I would say. They wouldn't have weird backstep attacks. They would actually block. Not that blocking is a good thing, but you could punish it with guard breaks and stuff. It's just... They don't even function like a normal enemy. Well, I guess in the sense that they have been programmed to function their way, whatever. But... They're shaped like a normal, just human enemy. Why don't they act like that? Granted, the only other real example of that would be the Falconers, but those guys are even more broken than these guys. They're actually just bad enemies. These guys are just awkward. And the way that they track you is terrible. I could have roll caught me. It's crazy to think that these tiny little pillar parts that he destroyed, you would think that you could easily get around them, but sometimes you can get caught on them still. Or even if they just didn't have really good movement speed, right? Like if they just moved like they were heavy, they'd be good. If they couldn't catch up to you, even if you're running away. Like if they're running at you and... See what I mean? He was faster than my run speed, even though I'm like below 50% equip rate. It does have tracking on it, on where he actually sends out the projectiles. That's pretty silly. Thrust? Nah. Yeah, I've used up 1/3 of my life gems for this. That's insane. This fight's gonna be like real hard for me. Though maybe if I do it again, maybe next. This fight would be a lot easier if I just allowed like Ring of Blades and stuff. Because if I did, I could easily get like DLC. And then just grab Flynn's Ring. Though that would probably be a little bit much, wouldn't it? I hate that attack. It just doesn't even look natural. Even for him, which I wouldn't say most of his attacks do, but it doesn't make sense. Why would you ever thrust with a sword like that? Silly. But yeah, because that would give me 50% more damage and 50% more, well, attack rating. Yeah, I like that you can't outpace that. So you see what I mean by like the way they run up to you and stuff? Oh, nice. I think he could have killed me there. I was panic rolling and everything. That was pretty bad of me. Oh, sweet. Nice. Ah, just love getting caught on the enemy. That was pretty good. He's almost dead at least. I'll be glad when he's gone. He might even be one of the worst fights in the run. I don't know. Maybe some of the DLCs would be worse, but of all the mainstream bosses, I'm trying to think. Maybe Vendrick would be terrible, but at the same time, if I get all 4 Dragon Souls, maybe not. You know. Man, just that tracking every time is just weird to see. There you go. Oh, I look away because... Or I looked away. That was my bad. I shouldn't have looked away. Yeah, right? Except... That's a good fight. Yeah, but you wouldn't think that such small terrain like this would get you caught. But it can, like this one. You see, I got like hooked on one side of it. Ugh. Like, why did they give them unique movesets? It would have been perfectly fine. And it would have even made sense if they had just substituted them with normal movesets, in the sense that this is supposed to be a PvP fight, right? So, like, just give them normal movesets so that the fight isn't really too different if you've got real people or not. But of course, that's not how it was done. At least, the next boss should be pretty easy. Demon of Song, he can just be AI looped, I swear. Yeah, it was silly of me. I've just face tanked this entire boss. I've used 40 life gems, 42 life gems, and 7 Estus. Like, if you don't call this face tanking, I don't know what is. But I don't know if I'd ever do this. Well, I'd be able to do it with Covenant of Champions, but it'd be way worse. Look at that. Yeah, you see it just even follows you with what direction that comes out in. Like, it's more than just... I don't know. Just weird. I'm probably more likely to face tank in 2 than I am 1, just because I don't really like how a lot of the mechanics work in 2. The stamina costs for actually dodging almost make it not worthwhile. I mean, I get that I'm at low stamina, in terms of, like, low max stamina, but still, it shouldn't cost a third of my, well, I guess Dark Souls 1, it's pretty costly too, but, well. They've got the extra punishing effect, though, of running out of stamina, the way they do it in this game. Dark Souls 1, it's if you're running and you run out of stamina from running, you have to wait for your stamina to regen completely, or a specific amount of time. Well, I think it's really just a time limit. Just so happens that it also likes to correspond with stamina. You know what? He's dead. But in Dark Souls 2, it has the added bonus of you deal less damage at the end of your stamina. You roll a shorter distance. You've still got you've got to regen it all, or not. Yeah, I think if you run out of, let's see. Right, your attack comes out slower too. Yeah, so you can't run still if you run out of stamina in any sense. Your guard break is larger, but that's just a way if you're getting guard broken, that's your own fault anyway. I actually remember my first fight with him. Yeah, look at that. Even these rings and my armor have dropped huge, or so much in durability. They give you this ring right before Shrine of Amana. They're too kind. I remember fighting that guy on my first run because I just grabbed a bow and I found a cheese spot by accident where his lightning bolts wouldn't go over the pillar that I was standing behind, because I was at the staircase area. So he'd shoot at me and I'd shoot at him, but his wouldn't hit me, of course. Okay, so now that I've officially done what I would think to be the worst fight, if not, or one of the worst fights, if not the worst, I don't know if I want to actually join back into the Covenant of Champions right now. I want to keep pushing on, but otherwise, Oh, please. That was my first playthrough. I was doing whatever I could. As for not cheesing, I'll do it if I want, really. If it's something that I find annoying, I'd rather cheese than take it seriously. Most of the time. In runs like this, I'd usually probably rather not cheese, but... Oh, yes. There we go. There we go. Alright, that cost a lot of souls to upgrade all that, didn't it? But... my magic defense... Really? Really? You can't see your actual magic defense on that screen? Or is it in player info? Really? Why doesn't it... That's really weird. I guess I'll stock up, and I don't even... I guess if I crush the boss soul, I'll have enough, but... to level up, but otherwise I don't think I do I? I do, okay. I did too. I used... well, if you want to call it, I used poison arrows. On my first run through with them. That's not worthwhile. I guess I just want... I'd rather just... Right? I could do one more stamina, one more HP, or just more vigor. I guess I'll do more vigor. I know I said I wanted more stamina, but like 2 stamina at a time just feels so... just feels like so little. Let's go to this awesome place. How about that? No, they were. You could still buy them from Valencia. No, it's the first time you encounter her, you can buy 10. But if she moves back to Majula, she'll sell infinite, even in the original. I do remember that. And I fell. That was silly of me. I think Shrine of Amana was better, but I honestly can't totally remember. But I want to say it wasn't just hot garbage. And these guys aren't very good. As you can tell, they track a lot. And they do pretty good damage. They have a really cool hammer, at least. It's a really weird combo that seems consistent on, like, any enemy. As long as they can be poise broken. It's really weird. Like, why? Why is that so consistent? It feels like it shouldn't be, you know? Or it seems like it shouldn't be. You got the Milfanito, which just disappears. Oh wait, this one doesn't disappear? Oh yeah, these guys. Ugh. Oh, they just swarm you in here too. I didn't know that. This is really dumb. I mean, it's lovely game design. Just like everything else. I knew that... Huh. Oh, even the bugs showing where they are disappear when you go in that room and talk to her. Fair enough, yeah. It's just surprisingly consistent. Guess I'll just close this door so that doesn't happen. I thought... Oh, I thought she gave you a divine blessing. Oh well. Not really all that valuable. And then they put that curse pot over here. That wasn't in there in the original. There's also a chest back there as well, I do believe. Could be wrong. I have not played that, so I don't get the joke. Or I wouldn't get the joke. So, again. I don't really want to fight the enemies here. I do want this though, yeah. Then we'll just bait out their attacks again. Yeah, they have they're another enemy that closes in on you and has a distance-based charge attack. But once they hit that really close range, it comes out incredibly fast. It's another really just awkward attack to deal with. Sweet. And then there's an insect guy over there. Or whatever you want to call them. Excuse me. I know. Yeah, who wouldn't want to be pelted by magic from all directions? Look at that, how fast he caught up to me. What was that about? Keep your shooting. It's fine. Oh my god. Yeah, and that one like roll caught me, technically. Lovely. Oh god. Just everywhere. And of course this guy's still here. Oh, there's two of them. Nice. Just open it, please. Yeah, you see, you get some iframes on the doors, but it's not much. So here's the hard part, is getting through the fog wall there. I didn't think that was supposed to be possible, just walking over it like that. Getting through the fog wall can be real annoying, because guess what? You got like 2 of these mages, and like 3 of these guys. And then if you even try to fight them over here, guess what's gonna happen? There's actually an enemy that can heal them. Hey, I made it through the fog wall. That's all that matters. Oh yeah, and then you've got this stupid area too, which was different as well. There weren't quite so many durability dealing enemies. So yeah, so then you deal with this enemy. In this great design. At least I'm a strength build, so I still deal damage with my fist. I would sure hope I do. But yeah, you gotta go through this every time until, well, every time if you fail killing the boss, until that thing despawns. Or maybe it doesn't, maybe it only spawns once, but I don't think that's the case. And you don't want to be wearing equipment, because if you can't tell, as soon as you approach it, it's gonna start spamming this dust. Yeah. It doesn't even attack, it only does that. And then you've got an invader up ahead, something Kindler. He's dark magic that has the ability to one-shot you because it's dark bead. And yes, dark bead can still one-shot. Oh yeah, sweet, I've already aggroed. Sweet. We'll go ahead and put that on, and that on. Just go ahead and pop that. Yeah. I've messed up. Yep, there we are. Peculiar Kindler. They can be real dangerous. Then you got this person. This one just disappears. Yeah. Well, we made it to the boss. So yeah, there they go, casting Dark Bead, by the way. Isn't that scary? At least this boss can, like, pretty much just loop himself. You just want him to do this over and over? Well, not this. Oh, that hit me. Okay. Surprised that hit me, honestly. 58 damage, that's not bad. You just want him to do their 1-2 slam combo. Wow, they're gonna be real easy. Wow. I actually like for you to do your combo, though. Really? It's like not even that hard to like get them to pull it off consistently, I thought. Isn't it great that there are 2 bosses in a row that have a deflection mechanic upon hitting them at the wrong time? Slash wrong location. I don't know why I stopped swinging there. And hey, if you're just gonna do it like this is fine too. Ah, it's called the Ashen Mist Heart, that's right. By the way, like, yeah, this is the combo I was talking about. The people that made Dark Souls 2, they really don't know what stalactites look like. Stalagmites and stalactites. It's like, they have them in another area too, and it's like the same design. And to some degree, yeah, but at the same time, not really. What? What was that? You just jumped on me? For like minimal damage too? This guy doesn't even have like a noise for hitting him. He actually has like a 4-hit combo he can do there, I believe. I'll have to check that out later, by the way. I saw that you said that this is, that person, the Marin, I think is what you said their name was. But yeah, I'll have to check it out later when I've got the time. Slash I'm not playing, really. Okay, really? It's twice now you've done that. Even that has tracking. Why does that have tracking? It's such a basic thing. Not everything needs to track. Yeah, that also did. I knew it did. I was just showing it off. We're over halfway at least. As you can see, this fight's really easy. I don't know. I think I'm actually going to get the remake, by the way. I'll finally have played a good Zelda game. Well, I assume it's a good one. I thought it looked like the design they went for. I'm a big fan of how it looks. Oh, don't grab me. See how basic this boss is? Like, it makes you wonder just where their mind was when they were building this game. At least in terms of balance. Like, you have a really simple boss like this right after having such a complex area that is just scaled up so much worse than the boss fight. Also, really? That again? That's like the only thing that, well, besides the first attack, that's like the only thing that's hit me, I think. I like the design. It's adorable. And looks really well crafted. It looks kind of like, just like it's a playset, you know, if that makes sense. I think it's a great design for it. Really? What is he? Why is he doing that, by the way? Whatever, he's dead. Okay, I got the key to the embedded. Yes. Why would it be? Yeah. It happens. It's not that surprising, I'd say. It's a franchise that is very popular. If they remake one and like revamp it, it's going to sell amazingly. You know? Why wouldn't they do it? Yeah, whatever. Do I even have to kill this guy? No, then I'm not going to. Well, I could get his armor. It's not like I couldn't just cheese him like every other guy where I just R2. Oh wait, he has more poison than that? Surprised that didn't kill. Or it didn't work. I'd rather not die to him though, is all. Yeah, why am I? There's no point in fighting him, really. Oh wait, you said about Xenoblade. Is it? Was the 3DS one a port though? Even still. Yeah, I just realized what you said. Also, I kind of hate that this is just an asset from Dark Souls 1. It's just made bigger. That's all this is. Like, it's not even... whatever. Oh guys, we get to talk to Aldia. Jump scare alert, just a heads up. Don't freak out. At least they have him in like full form here. What? Didn't know you could stand on him there. Instead of being the tiny version. It's great because he asks you questions and stuff, but it doesn't really matter what you answer. I'm pretty sure you can still fight him either way. But yeah, I thought the 3DS one was a full-on remake. I don't know, because I'd be tempted... By the way, the bonfire used to be right under here, which I really liked, by the way. That was cool. It was hidden. Which is, yeah, it's kind of annoying, but at the same time, if you searched just the smallest amount in this first room, it'd save you a lot of hassle. It was really cool. A lot of stuff just could have been better. Like, a lot of stuff... I don't know. Dark Souls 2 had a lot of potential, but did not have very good execution. I think somebody said, I don't know where their proof was or anything, but they were saying, Dark Souls 2, well, I think there's like pretty obvious proof, but Dark Souls 2 was a game that had to be basically scratched and then reworked. But because deadlines and stuff, it ended up turning out bad. But then you've got to think, then why is the definitive edition just as broken? I don't think their definitive edition should have been just a broken version of the game still. Because it's not like it changed all that much in terms of mechanics, it just... Oh, do not produce light. Yeah, I know. It's just weird to me.
So,
I mean, yeah, it would have... Please, just let me buy stuff from you. I thought you... Yeah, you sold these. Elizabeth's mushrooms. I actually don't want anything from you, but... whatever. Well, you'd think that in a definitive edition... Well, like, I guess they... I don't know. If they had the ability to remake it, which I guess they didn't, you would think that it would have been better than the original, at least. Would have at least wanted it to be better. They just failed in execution in a lot of places for this game. Nah, he's a tough boss, especially if I don't know what your first build was, but if you're not used to the janky startup hitboxes, like his hitboxes start up literally as soon as he's moving his hammer, which you would think sort of makes sense, but like when he's dragging his hammer up from the ground, that doesn't make sense. So like his hitboxes can be kind of weird at times. And then the way his attacks work, some of them can hit just wrong, first of all, but then you've got the way some of his attacks work. He's got the same problem that just many other enemies do with the whole charging attacks and how they work in this game in general. Stuff like that. And Ultra Great Swords, yeah. Sounds manageable at least. You sell like extra stuff now, don't you? Yeah, you sell 2 extra things. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, without understanding the mechanics, this game's a lot worse jumping right into it than Dark Souls 1. It's way more punishing of not understanding the mechanics than Dark Souls 1 is. Okay, it said pick up. I don't want to set off this bell, but I want this item. Don't you ring that bell. I know there's somebody that tries to. I don't want to deal with these shadow guys. I don't want to deal with the skeleton either, for that matter, but... These shade enemies are... Oh, really? They put a... Really? They put a ghost there? Why? Just why? Luckily, I always kill what's-her-name, so she doesn't show up here. The nameless usurper. That's another annoying thing to deal with. I tried to parry. Shouldn't have tried, honestly, but... Oh! You know. Just parry me even though you're being stun-locked. Whatever. You can just cancel out of their stun lock. That's cool. Yeah, there's just a lot more to learn about this game, in terms of just, I don't know, the basic understanding of this game, like the bar for what you should really learn to be decent at this game, I would say is probably higher than Dark Souls 1, and it's just due to the jank of the game. I don't even know why I'm fighting this guy. Could grab, I think it's Avalon behind that wall here. There it is. You know, I was kind of curious about looking at what was on this helmet, but it just looks like gibberish, I guess. I don't remember. I feel like they put like a ghost somewhere over here too. I don't recall though. Yeah, it is Avalon. Yeah, you see, like, why? Just why? There's no reason to put that there. Oh, why do they flourish when they spawn? That's fine. Nope, wrong way. We want to go... Okay. I have been completely turned around. Now it is time to die. Because they cast Soul Geyser, Great Chaos Fireball, and Flame Geyser, or whatever you call it in this game. Fire Tempest. Only like the 3 strongest spells that they could. And don't forget that they've still got good physical damage too. Oh yeah, there's a dragon rider in the next room coming up. I forgot about that. Yeah. Just one more thing. I think he drops a slab as well. Like, slabs are basically rubbish in terms of value in this game. You can farm them easily at Drangleic Castle. It's like, what's the point of even having a rare... Oh, this is great too, look. So when you step it, there's one guy spawn here, so if you run down that way, the ghost guys will spawn. When you step in to kill him, it'll force another one to spawn from that little muck area right here. And then, if you leave after that, this guy will aggro as you're leaving, and then he'll ring the bell on his own too. So you've got to kill 3 enemies back to back to guarantee the bell won't be rung. It's really dumb. I just don't know why. Just why? You know? There was no reason to do that. No, chunks are really easy. There's a way to farm them with bonfire ascetics. Go to Harvest Valley, at least in Scholar. Go to Harvest Valley. The very first bonfire there. Just use a bonfire ascetic there. There is no boss. And after NG, in NG there is 1 chunk. In NG Plus and beyond, there are always 3 chunks just found on a respawning body. And you don't have to kill a boss or anything. So you just use a bonfire ascetic and you get 3 chunks. It's a little time consuming, but seeing as there's already a bonfire that has no boss that gets you infinite bonfire ascetics, it's really easy to farm chunks, you know? I'm not sure about just Dark Souls 2, but I'm pretty sure, but I know for a fact that Scholar, that's how it works. Yeah, low adaptability, this guy's a real pain. Just with how his moveset is. I do like the way some of his attacks look, at least. Oh, that hit me. I'm surprised that hit me. Can't tell. I'm pretty sure he either reads healing, or at least it's like range-based, but he really likes to go for that overhead slam running attack. Like, right as you go for Estus. Like, pretty consistently, too. It's weird. Or any healing, for that matter. See what I mean by, like, early hitboxes? At least this boss fight's, like, pretty good, though. Like, his tracking generally isn't too high. His damage is pretty well balanced. His hitboxes are a little wonky, but that's the worst of it. Besides the fact that his phase 2 has extreme damage reduction for him, which is silly. He's pretty good. They give you a pretty bad summon. No, they give you 2 summons. Mace Lady, whatever her name is, she's pretty good. And then you got the Dark guy, whatever he calls himself. He's pretty trash, but they let you meet an NPC and then befriend him, so that's cool in that sense. Overall, I think this is a pretty good boss fight. Jesus, that had a long wind up on it, didn't it? R2s aren't worth it. I should read that comment though. First time, the second time was fun. Well, yeah. He's just... I can understand him being a real pain on your first run, though. Honestly, like, I can understand why he'd be a wall for a lot of people. He's only going to, like, once he hits phase 2, this is going to be a lot worse, because I'll probably be doing, like, 7 to 10 damage per swing, I'd think. Which is real low with the amount of HP that he has. I did not mean to overextend there. That was terrible of me. Oh, that has a follow-up? That looked really weird with how low he was, though. I will give it that much. I wish he would do the alternate version of that, where, like, he follows up with like a more vertical swing. Yeah, he's got lingering hitboxes too. You wouldn't think that by the time he's actually done swinging the hammer but hasn't pulled it back up, you wouldn't think that it would still have a hitbox, you know? 21 damage, that's pretty good. Do like an overhead, yeah. Yeah, that one. That looks so cool. Oh, you really overextend yourself for that, don't you? I could probably do this fight with Covenant of Champions, but man, it would be real rough. I've definitely got to come back at some point though and redo this run with Covenant of Champions, but if and when that happens, it'll definitely be later down the line when I'm better at Dark Souls 2, you know? I'm not very good at it to begin with, so... and I don't enjoy it, so... basically now I just kind of want to get through this as fast as possible. I would still like to do all bosses though, which is going to be really annoying. Surprised that didn't hit me. Yeah. That just wind up is so large. Why? Yeah, I love the way that looks actually. It looks real cool. His music's not bad at least, but could definitely be better. That's not very fair though. That looked really awkward. Because, of course, I could say that pretty much about, well, a lot of the Dark Souls music, but it's all great music, I would say, in Dark Souls 1. And yet, this one sounds fine / good to great. Yeah, I don't know if I go that far. But, well, it's good, at least, but... and then I just go saying, it could be better. But no, it's totally good. Whoa. I didn't know he had a follow-up on that, honestly. I'm just glad I wasn't hit by it. Okay, now that's silly that I didn't land those punches. Must say, like, the running R1 into an R1, I like how fast they come out. We're like, what, 20% of the way through the fight? That's not bad. I'm glad that doesn't have more tracking on it than... I just took that. I don't know why, but I did. Ah. That is pretty silly, those misses. Why am I not wearing the Ring of Regeneration? There we go. Totally be worthwhile here, because I'm doing a pretty good job of not being hit. Even if it is only like 2 HP per second or something like that, which is just nothing in this game. It's still pretty good. You can easily just sidestep that. That's awesome. I feel like the music's way too loud compared to like the sound effects. Is that actually the case? Jeez. Maybe I should just turn them both down. You know what? Yeah. And now they both sound... There is no balance for me, I guess. Because now they both sound too soft. I thought that was going to be a follow-up. Okay. So, like, it turns out the gargoyles aren't that bad of a fight in this game. I always... I guess I just never understood how they worked until this playthrough, but they're not even all that complex. There's always two on the field, right? And then when one hits half health, a new one will spawn. So if you just target one at a time, you'll never have more than 3 gargoyles, and the way that they are aggressive, if you've got good adaptability, it's not going to be that bad of a fight. Hence, as I already took them down, I just wish they had their own. Oh. Like what? A quarter to a third of the way through the fight? That's pretty good. See, like, this is one of the... It's weird to think that this is one of the more polished fights, knowing how the hitboxes can be at times. But, like... Well, it's not weird, it's just kind of sad, isn't it? Oh, I pivoted. Don't do that. Ooh, pardon me. Oh, whoa. And I shouldn't have tried to punish that. You see, I don't think I've ever fought the gargoyles more than twice now. Well, I've probably fought them like 4 times or something, but I hadn't really fought them much before. You know, there are some bosses in this game that I've only fought once. That's how little I've played Dark Souls 2 compared to, like, 1. Even Dark Souls 3, there are bosses that I've only killed, like, once or twice. I think I've killed at least... or every boss at least twice in Dark Souls 2, or Dark Souls 3. Because I did the DLC twice. Once at NG and once at NG plus 6. Because I started a new save file when the DLC came out, and then I decided I guess I should do it at max difficulty as well. And that was hard. I even summoned for it. I was more geared towards online, at least at that time. A bit more, at least. I think I'd already given up my PvP stuff, though, by that point. But even still. Yeah. That follow-up looks real awkward. But still. Yeah, like Lude and Zolan, I've only ever killed once. 10, 9, 9. 6. Hey, I was a bit off, but oh well. Eight. Oh, okay. So I was actually like right on target for what I was assuming would be the damage that I had. I said 7 to 10. It looks to be exactly right. Too bad it's it's 1/3 of the way through the fight instead of halfway. That adds quite a bit of extra time to the fight, seeing as it's like 2/3 damage. And now he'll have access to dark magics too. Ah, that was my first hit in a while. Please don't just blast me. Thank you. Isn't it cool that there's a boss that has dark bead? Isn't that funny to think about, though? But, like, yeah. I barely... Like, I think Sir Olan is another boss that I've only ever killed once. Fume Knight I've killed a handful of times. The Gank Squad, pretty much the DLC stuff, really. Having to go through and get the items to get into the DLC is really what throws me off from wanting to do that, from wanting to do them. They're just out of the way. I do like the Sunken King DLC, though. I've done their bosses plenty of times, actually. Singe is pretty great. Squalid Queen Alana, she's decent. And then the Gank Squad. They're a bad boss, but at least I've killed them like twice. Actually, I don't think... 1 second. No, I have. I'm crazy. I was gonna say I don't think I've killed Blue Smelter Demon ever, but I know I have because I had a build that... Wow. 1 second. Sorry, was just feeling very highly congested there, making it hard to speak. Still not great, but whatever. I was going to say, I didn't think I'd ever kill Blue Smelter Demon, but that's just wrong because I had a build that used the, like, Giant Dad Mask 2.0, because I'm pretty sure that's what they wanted that to be. The one, the Mask of Ferris or whatever, I believe is what it was called. Really? I'm gonna do it here? But yeah, it just coats you in water, so you have good fire resist, but then you've got really bad lightning resist, so it's terrible for PvP as it turns out. People like lightning in PvP. Lightning and dark magic. Yeah, fire's popular too. Really, any element is popular. But you're bound to encounter elements in PvP in this game, just because there's no downside to using resin at all. Or buffs, like, you should always at least run some sort of resin or buff. And Gold Pine is so easily accessible in this game. Plus they have the other elemental weapon buffs, etc, etc. There's so many reasons to run buffs and stuff in this game. Of course you would. It's funny that that still has tracking too, like when he starts crouching down he just tracks you until he actually puts his knee down. It's really weird. Okay. Didn't roll or anything, but this is like the first boss where like it's actually really hard to see the health bar moving. Isn't that crazy? Like, it's pitiful damage. It's like Dark Souls 1 levels of damage. I'm just glad he's not actually, like, in the corner. Totally. He's almost in the corner, but not quite, you know? But yeah, the Ring of Regeneration has totally helped this fight. That much I can attest. Oh, okay, he didn't follow up. Yeah, you want to roll through that attack. As you saw earlier, I didn't. I tried to roll away from it, and when I did, it got me hit. It lingers enough. Bad. Don't. Yeah, I had a feeling he would do that. See? Like, he like tracks like perfectly for that split second. Not a huge deal though. As long as he's not in the corner, you're good. And even then, you're probably still mostly fine. Yeah, it was dumb. You roll through, not with on Velstadt. Oh, favorite boss. Oh, that's hard. Obviously, it's going to be from Dark Souls 1, by the way. I'm just going to say that now. But as for which one... Manus or Gargoyles from Dark Souls 1. The Gargoyles in Dark Souls 1 are just... The way they're introduced and the way they're handled, I'd say they're one of the best bosses in the game. In terms of just how balanced they are. And just because of that, they'll always be one of my favorite bosses. Just, it's amazing just how balanced they are. I've been over this before, too, so I probably shouldn't, but I could go over it again, over every reason, but I'll leave that for another time. How about that? Don't crush me. Eh, I deserve that. That's just funny. I knew he was going for it and everything. As I said, I'm pretty sure he reads Restus use. So, wouldn't surprise me. That's for sure. Artorias is very good. He's just got a couple problems for me. Mainly his flip attack, as the hitbox on it is a little wonky in terms of how it treats iframes. I don't know if it's really like, if it just doesn't like how you dodge it in some senses, so it just, dude, you really like this dark magic, don't you? But like, it'll hit you even if you dodged it perfectly, unless you dodged it like literally the last second. Or if you dodge into it and stuff, it'll do like chip damage to you, right? Like it has a secondary hit to it that's minor damage. Look at this, it's like every other attack is dark magic. I assume it's partially based on range though. I don't like the tell for Artorias' single hit thrust that can combo. It's not the combo part, it's the fact that it's not that it's a bad tell, but it's very abrupt and doesn't feel very natural at times. The way he leads into it and stuff. Or, you know, but for the most part he's very polished as a boss, first off, just already. But those are really like my only complaints about him. His buff isn't a bad thing, it's actually really well balanced. It's a flat damage increase for all of his attacks, which is interesting. Which means his weaker attacks are much more dangerous. Even his strong ones are, but basically watch out for his thrusts. I'm trying to read what you said, but it's just not computing with me, because you said it's like Smo. But part of it is that I'm focused on the boss fight instead of totally reading it, but I tried to read it when he was going for dark magic. Look at this, watch. See? He can turn right to you. If I remember correctly, the attack is similar to Smo's in the way that there is his weapon. What? Like, it just makes no sense right now. Maybe I'm just misreading it or something, because I'm trying to focus too much on the boss fight, but... Because I'm assuming you're talking about one of, Oh, wait. Are you talking about, like, how Smo's attacks have AoE on them? Is that what you mean? Are you comparing Artorias, or are you comparing Bellstop? Oh, no, it doesn't react the same, though. It's weird. Because, yeah, I think it's the same idea, but the way they're balanced is differently. So, because with Artorias, it'll hit you during your iframes. And I don't totally understand why. Wow, yeah, I deserved that one. I just rolled into that. Let's see if I can't just get him far enough away that he'll go for, like, magic or something. Or that works too. I wonder if you can just run past that attack. I bet you can, honestly. Dude, just get into a loop of these two attacks. Is that actually what's happening though? Nah. Oh well. I'd heal, but I knew you would go for something like that. There we go. Now I'll heal. Even though I don't think I really needed to heal there, I think I could have just let Ring of Regeneration do its thing. As long as I handled this boss fight well for the next, like, 20 minutes. Because Ring of Regeneration heals so slow. Ooh, that's a lot of text. I'll get to it when I can. But... I don't even know if I needed to roll there. I don't know. I guess that's why I said I don't know. That is something cooler about Dark Souls 2. It feels like it was built more for not just dodge rolling everything. It was built more for like getting out of the way, which is a pretty cool way to dodge. I usually think. I think he's gonna go for an overhead thing, yeah. Maybe it's not even that he reads if you use Estus, but it's like he reads if you take damage, and then he goes for that if you take damage. That would be silly if that was the case, but wouldn't that be funny if that was a way? So instead of programming enemies to read if you drink Estus, they read to basically predict that you're trying to heal, even if you're not trying to heal. If that makes sense. I don't think that's actually the case, but that'd be pretty funny. It'd be a pretty poor way to substitute in for reading if somebody's trying to use Estus. It's still 6 hours until Blasphemous? I thought it was like 6 hours, 3 hours ago. Or here, you can just cheer me on for Velstadt, because, as you can tell, it's been a very slow fight. This fight, I'm loving, actually. It feels so much closer to like how a Dark Souls 1 fight would feel. It's not exactly there. It's got some wonky hitboxes, but maybe it's something about it being a really long fight in a 1v1 the way it is. I don't know. I'm just loving it. I know I don't show it in my voice ever, but I really am. Oh. I guess I... See though, like there's that attack right after I took damage. Well, after he finished following up, but... I'll be around for 6 hours anyways, seeing as Velstadt like has insane defense for this fight. One of you two, since I know you're like the only ones watching, one of you two should totally look up how much HP Velstadt gets. So I would hearken to say he totally uses that after you take damage. You seeing that? It's somewhere around 10,000, I would like to think. It might not be around 10,000, it could actually probably be around like 6,000, I bet. Because 10,000 would be a lot of hits still. Ah, look at that. I mean, like, I know it's not going to sync up for you guys, but I didn't see that you said 6,290 until right after I said 6,000. Isn't that crazy? Even still, he has 400, well, 300 some odd less health than, the highest HP boss in Dark Souls 1. Manus is what I'm comparing him to, really. Yeah, I know, you're not gonna believe it. But, still. Don't just dark bead me and insta-kill me. But yeah, 10,000 was... If it was 10,000 health, then... you would never see this health bar budge. I mean, obviously it's like 50% more health, so you would, but still. Hey, if I did this in with Covenant of Champions on, that would be closer to like 10,000 health. Effectively 10,000 health because they don't get more HP. I think they just get defense, but giving more defense is effectively raising their health, you know? Exactly, yeah. Oh, imagine if that was the case. You know, I think I could still do it if it was 10,000. Just seeing how I've handled this so far. Well, no, I could do it if it was 10,000. Seeing as so far I've handled it just fine. But he would have only just recently hit his phase 2. I followed up on that. Weird. There was no reason for me to dodge that. I should have just circled the other direction. Oh, I'm surprised that didn't hit me. I should have been hit for that, really. Hey, I get to go to Aldia's Keep after this. Sweet. Actually, you know what? If it's Aldia's Keep, I can totally still tackle that after this. Aldia's Keep is like the easiest boss ever. Like, it's one of the most basic bosses in the game. So basic of a boss that they put it in the one of the first areas in the game in Scholar. That's how you know this game's balanced, by the way. I get that that one's probably scaled down some, and he doesn't really use his fire breath as much. I did not see him going for a follow-up there at all. I guess I'll heal. I don't really need the HP though. I could have let the Ring of Regeneration do some of the work. Like, I've been hit way less in this fight than I was during the entire duration of the Looking Glass Knight fight. Oh wow, he's actually put himself in the corner for Dark Feed. Hippo Knight. What about Hippo Knight? I should kill the one that gives me the stone ring, that's for sure. But yeah, there is one of those guys on the way to Aldia's Keep, at least. Magic? Yeah, that's not surprising. At least it's just like free damage. That's funny. That's something he's got in common with Manish, that's for sure. Dark magic means free damage. If I had been running, I could have easily dodged that, but... Whoa. What was with the direction you turned for that? No follow-up still? Weird, okay. Yeah, I rolled there because I thought I wouldn't actually be able to recover after punching him. I do kind of wish this fight was slightly faster, if that makes sense. Not in terms of like my DPS. It's not the length of the fight, it's just... He's just a little bit too slow to be dangerous. Like, he's still dangerous, probably for most people that aren't... I wouldn't even say I'm very good at the game, so... But, well, he would be... I don't know what I'm trying to say, really. If he was faster, he would still be balanced, I think, but still be a fair challenge. Like, his attacks come out really slow. I wonder if that is just based on getting hit, or if that's healing. Because it's weirdly consistent with being hit. But like, I also tend to heal after most hits. So it's hard to really know. Nice. Oh, can't hit him from behind. Jesus, I was all the way across the arena for that one. I've heard that he gets into like moods of casting way more dark magic than other times. Because there was a streak there where he just went without dark magic, but he also sometimes gets on a streak where it's like every other attack he uses dark magic. Oh, that didn't hit me. I didn't even know he was following up. I guess that's why you actually pay attention to what the boss is doing. I definitely think this fight could have been done with Covenant of Champions. Same with Demon of Song, for that matter. Yeah, it was silly of me. Let's see, is he gonna go for the overhead? Wouldn't that be funny if he was? Now let's see, if I use a life gem, will he? Yeah, I guess it's based on healing. Or maybe both, you never know. Maybe it's just item use in general too, you know? I've been playing worse the farther into this fight we go. I keep like getting hit for no reason. That's weird, he has a slight bit of tracking before he crouches, but after he crouches, he really starts tracking. Down to the D in his first name. Well, the only D in his name actually, okay. Ooh. I'm surprised by that one, honestly. That follow-up hit me. Oh, what? Okay. I'll take it. I've still used like way too many life gems, but definitely could have been worse. Wonder how long this fight's been going on. I think it's probably the longest fight I've had so far. Longer fights would probably be ones like Blue Smelter Demon's probably going to be a longer fight than this. The Gank Squad, depending on how I deal with them, are probably going to be longer. Lud and Zalin, basically, I'll have to kill one of them and then the other. So it'll be one at a time. They should take significantly more damage, I think, but it's one at a time because once the first one dies, the second one gets a buff that includes HP regen for like a minute or something. So a significant portion of the health that I would have dealt would have been healed off, you know? Oh, we've already made it past down to like the to the T in his name. First T in his name. It feels pretty fast, actually. Like, he's really easy to punish. I think this would be one of the easier bosses to do no roll block parry on. Though imagine, just no roll and block. Just totally just parry him. Because you can. I should have gone for a parry at some point during phase 1. I mean, I know it's really dumb, but wouldn't that be awesome to see? Oh, he was following up. That's what's gonna kill me, is that follow-up. What are you doing? Yeah. I deserve to die, sort of, I would say. After that pitiful bit there. I wouldn't blame him for killing me. If that hit me, I would have been not upset with him, more so myself, because I dodged it so poorly. Okay. DM me whatever. Oh, come on and slam, guys. The way he repositions himself after his attacks is very forgiving for the player, that's for sure. Surprised you didn't follow up there, honestly. Like 2 or 3 more hits or something like that? Well, it actually was 3 hits. It's weird how abrupt the music stops. Like how abruptly the music stops. 60,000 souls is pretty good. Oh, actually new areas and stuff. I mean, if it does have new content and stuff, it might be worth picking up still, you know? Did you see those things up there? That kind of freaked me out. Depending on what sort of new content it would have. I mean, I never finished it, you know? So it's not like no new content would be a bad thing for me to pick up still. Like, there would still be plenty of stuff for me to learn from it. I do have bonfire aesthetics. I might have to use those at some point. Let's go ahead and go back here, yeah. And then we'll go take on Aldia's Keep, and then I think that's where I'll call the stream. It's 4 bosses, yeah, and a setup for a 5th. And I didn't have to restart the stream, so that's just an upside. 5 more levels. 17, 19. Does that apply? That doesn't apply the life ring, the ring of... Yeah, it doesn't apply the life ring plus 1. I would like to get the life ring plus 3. I'm trying to think. I don't totally know how to reach it in the tower. Honestly, I know it's like... It's at one of those room areas where it's got one of these ladies in it. But... it's like really awkward to reach or something, because there's like a giant guy in there even though it's a really small area. And then there's like a door you open and one of them's got a chest that has the life ring plus 3 or plus 2 or whatever. It's something like that. It's really weird. That's all I know. Oh, okay, you just have that sort of reach. Okay. I wonder how many flask shards I've missed up to this point. Because I feel like I should have more than 7 flasks by now. Like, probably Sublime Bone Dusts too. Now that I have unsuccessfully parried you twice. About 5 times. Let's go ahead and just rest at the bonfire, eh? Oh yeah, we get invaded here too by Azlatel of Lucatiel, or whatever her name is. I think that's something similar to that. Do they get upset if I take this item? Or is it like this item? Or do they just not get upset? I could have sworn, like, if you went somewhere around here, they would actually, like, attack you. It's okay. It is... It's just if you get too close. That's fair. I spent all my souls on leveling up too, didn't I? Oh, here's a really stupid mechanic that is just silly. These boxes, also, there you go, yeah, look at that. That fog wall activates as soon as you walk in there. It's really weird. Yeah, it is Azlatil. But yeah, those carriages that are like huge and stuff, they just carry the chameleon enemy, or the basilisk enemy. So why would you make something so large do so little? It's just, yeah, it's a fading soul. It's weird because this dragon used to come to life instantly, and now it's just triggered by killing a bunch of, you can just go around him too. Now it's just triggered by killing a bunch of, forlorn, and they're just a real pain, and they don't even count towards the killing the forlorn limit. It's just like, why would you even do it? You get into that room that just makes everything worse. Yeah. They changed it. Because, like, that fading soul used to be a trap. I don't even know if it was a fading soul before, but if it was there, it would have been a trap, and it would have been set up quite well. But now, yeah, once you kill all of them, there's a lever in that room in... I'll show it to you. Right after I take this. This room is locked. Right here, this one. Can't get in. But it, you can get a key into it if you kill all the forlorns. And if you do that, basically you light to do it. Light that sconce forlorn appears. There's like 7 of them in here, 6 or 7 of them in here. There's a lever in that room. Yeah, right. I would have too. Sorry, there's so much to explain about it. It's really weird. Because more so on top of that, in that room there's a gargoyle. Like from the gargoyle boss fight. There's the prowling mages from the prowling mages and congregation boss fight. There's some of those. Oh, that still hit me. Okay, that's silly. What can I expect though? Something balanced. And then there's like a lever you pull. Maybe there's a mimic in there as well, I don't recall. But there's a lever you pull, and if you pull said lever... Come on. It'll drop all of those cages that are hanging above the hallway. And then you just have to kill everything in those cages, and each one drops different things, of course. It's not a very fun thing to deal with, though. 12 damage? Wow, this one has significantly increased defense. That's for sure. Ugh. And of course he flies. Nice, good job. Oh, of course, you'll deal damage through bad hitboxes. That makes sense. It is like your one viable damaging method, isn't it? Oh, that looks so bad. Yeah, right. It's weird, isn't it? It's like there's a reason why people don't like bosses that fly. Also, you just free damage. Look at that tracking. He's still turning to face towards me, though. Isn't that silly? Oh, that hit me. Okay. What you doing? I'm just repositioning. Okay. I guess it's better than Ancient Dragon's Fire, at least. Yeah. Head attacks deal more damage. Like 50% more damage. This is one of the boss fights though that I've fought the most, just because I used to farm Soul Geyser for fun. Because it was like free, I think because like you could get bonfire settings close by easily. You could farm this guy for souls easily. You could get oh, cool. It just didn't work right. Okay. That's cool. But yeah. But it's a lot easier if you've got a lightning weapon, and also... I like how it just doesn't always work right, that attack. If you have a lightning weapon and just a high damage weapon. Oh, that's cool. That was kind of my bad though, honestly. There's so much downtime in this fight though. Seems like it'd be hard to really die. Alrighty, see you, Conversos. I'm gonna end the stream after this fight anyway, but also wasn't expecting it. It won't take very long, but it'll take longer than I was expecting, that's for sure. Here we go. Yeah, do a little dance. Ah, of course you had to stop it. Oh no, he's not quite done. Luckily, I'm not exactly busy tomorrow during the morning, at least. All of my stuff takes place in the afternoon. And, yeah. So, I can stream late even though it's only 11:30. It's later than normal, I guess. Well, no, I used to, before the semester started, I would stream extremely late. I'm surprised, like, Really, you do that where you are, not at, like, the center of the arena? Oh. Oh, that hit me. Really? I wouldn't have thought that would hit me. Does this hit me? I'm gonna smash a life gem just in case. Could always bait out his tail attack, which you never see. Oh, that's gonna hurt if he breathes fire. I didn't think he was flying high enough. Is that like a crescent? Why would that be here? It was weird. This goes to show there's a difference between, like, good fights that are long. Like, this is just a bad fight because he stalls a lot. And he has bad hitboxes. At least on his stomps. His fire, you could say it's bad by just how it misses all the time. Even though, like, it's clearly shooting fire this far. But I'm glad it doesn't hit that far, so I won't really complain. I'm trying to finish this boss fight as fast as possible, at least. If he just doesn't fly, then we're good. But there's no guarantee about that, obviously. Unless maybe I can just juggle him between these two stomps. Nah. Not quite. That's gonna hurt. No, it's not. This music's terrible too. It's like, there's nothing going on with this fight. And like, it's such an insulting fight. As soon after you're done with it, you're sent to an area that just has like 4 of these guys. Like, maybe it's a check to see that you could fight them, but like, that's what the area would be then. You know? It's just dumb. Now that's real dumb. It's a poor fight, but for just weird reasons. I'm just glad you can hit him in the head for extra damage. He's really just a bad fight for how much he stalls. He's like a fifth of the way dead at least. The other one takes significantly more damage though. That is for sure. So. Oh, sweet. Ugh. Look at how bad that is. Maybe it's like supposed to be a shockwave effect, but sure doesn't feel like a shockwave. Just gonna breathe the okay. No, that time it hit me. Unlike all of the other times, I've just run straight at it. What's funny is the one in Hade's Tower, it seems to be like built to breathe fire less unless you're on the approach, but he will still sometimes do his overhead fire attack where he just flies straight up and breathes fire straight down. And if you couldn't guess, it fills that entire platform that he's on. And it's horribly it's basically a kill if you're still in the early game, and even in the late game it's not that hard for it to kill you. One hour to your head. Really? That's so dumb. Like, I can understand why you'd make it do damage, but it's still... Are you kidding me with these R2s? I'd believe they're hitting. Obviously they aren't, but it's crazy how close they are to hitting. Even that attack has tracking. It's like, it's a stomp. Why would it have tracking? Like, he'll turn in place. It's just weird. And then he'll fly again. Yep. I actually thought for a second there he was gonna like chain it into a second fire attack, which I would have thought, or I think is impossible actually, but wouldn't that be funny? Just the ultimate. Oh well. Jesus. Wow. I don't know if I can hit his head with an R2. That looks really dumb too. And... Really? You know what? No, I'm gonna eat one of these. I'll never use these otherwise. I wanna see if they can heal me fast enough. It really is pretty insignificant healing, isn't it? But it lasts like a really long time. More than 2 seconds of him landing? Oh my. That's crazy. Oh, fine. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Or maybe not. I'm assuming they're working. I'm pretty sure they are. I think I'm healing slightly faster at least. More than slightly. You can see my bar like continuously move. Really, that second one only did 14? I'm surprised. Yeah, that's fine. This boss fight is taking way longer than I thought it would. I'll get back to you tomorrow. Or, so, yeah. You're good. Turns out this boss fight's real bad. Horribly slow for really no reason. There was no reason to let it fly so much. Oh jeez, I might be dead. If I'm dead, I'd just end the stream there, but I'm not, so. Yeah, because it's just like a worse Ancient Dragon. Oh man, you know what? If I'm doing like 10 damage to Ancient Dragon, that fight's going to be terrible. If I'm doing 8 or less damage to Ancient Dragon, right? Which I don't think I would do that little. But if I did do 8 or less damage per hit, that would be a slower fight than Four Kings, because they have 10,000 health. Just going by just pure HP alone, the number of hits required would be greater. How about that? Because Ancient Dragon has 20,000 health, and they have 9,500, so practically double each other. I'm surprised that one's not hitting me, honestly. He's only a third of the way dead. Oh my. I tried to keep him grounded. Surprised that one hit me. Don't quite know how to not get hit by that if I'm not moving already. That's for sure. Well, I mean, if I just move towards him, I think it doesn't hit. I shouldn't say I don't know how to dodge it. That's just false. Well, I don't know for sure, but I have a pretty strong assumption over what works. It'd be really cool if he just didn't track you perfectly, so that like running past him would be better than just running away from him. You know? Oh, 29 damage, that's pretty good. Just why is it sometimes so extended? But other times, like, not at all. That didn't hit. I'm surprised. Oh, like... so many dumb ways to take damage in this fight. I think the Bitterroot things, or whatever they're called, are still in effect. I think they are. Can't quite totally sure. Or can't quite totally tell. You know what? I want to have a reason to use these smooth and silky stones, so I'm going to use them next as healing items. I know that's really dumb, seeing as they heal so little, but... well, it's not technically so little, it's just... they have... really? You're doing that? They just heal in a different way than normal. And the healing animation they have set up for it isn't great, because it's totally stationary. It might be affected by, like, agility. I have no idea. Oh yeah, they're totally still in effect. Or either that or that's the ring, but... basically, smooth and silky stones heal 20% of your HP, your max HP. So... And basically 5 of them is a full heal. You just have to go through the human effigy animation 5 times, which is not very short. Hey, I actually landed one on the head. Maybe this fight will be done by midnight. That gives it another 15 or 17 minutes. That I think, really? Like that? Here, I'll go ahead and use one. I was definitely affected by it. It has to be. That was really fast. Actually, that was like really fast. Not the fastest, but I could totally see myself using that. It feels way too close. How's that not getting hit? Oh my god, he's finally stomping again. Shouldn't curse myself though. That was silly of me. Imagine being comboed by that setup. Wouldn't that be sad? Those make the same noise, by the way, as like tokens of fidelity and stuff like that. So, or dried fingers and stuff like that. It's really weird. Is it the same noise as this? It's not. It's a similar noise, but isn't the same. I don't know what the roll on that, what the timing on that is to not get hit by the lingering AoE. At least we're over halfway done. Whoa, yeah, that one hurts. I like how I still have one Estus just because I've been using life gems every time. Any other healing items I want to use for this fight? May as well use these ones, right? Because it's not like I'm going to use them in a normal battle. They're normally way too slow. Yeah. Yeah, of course that one did. It's weird because it's like... Of course. Like maybe I'm just crazy, but I thought that I was running through, like when the fire's still active like that, maybe the hitbox is still there the entire time. It just happens to be that the fire hitbox is really small compared to what the actual fire is. And if so, that's really dumb. You shouldn't do that. You should make things clear and readable, you know? Of course, I guess they would know that now, but... I like the way he tracks. It just stops you from running past him. As a good way to dodge. Instead you just want to run away. I wonder how much HP this guy gets. Why would I even go after you? Of course you are. This must be one of the most boring fights in the game. Because it takes away all sorts of, like... It makes you play so inactive. For no reason. Just because it stalls that much. It doesn't help that its moveset is very limited too. It's got, what, 3, technically 4 different fire attacks. It's got 2 types of bites, a tail slam, and 2 stomps. Which sounds like a lot, but... not when the majority of them are just fire. The way that he uses it, especially. I guess he's got like a couple extra fire breaths too for when he's on the ground. Those are pretty cool. Do you want to count that as an attack? His liftoff? Just because it can hurt you? I should have known. Better yet, I did know. I just didn't care apparently. Ow, that one hurt. I could die here. I'm not dead because he does like no damage. And then he flies away to a spot where I'm totally safe. Like, I should have died there. If I'd had Covenant of Champions at least I would have, but I don't, so. As you can see, like, this boss fight isn't even all that punishing. It just happens to have decent defense against physical attacks, at least strike attacks. Yeah, I'm playing quite sloppy, but this fight, I think, is actually putting me to sleep. He's got more health than he should, or... I wouldn't say more health than he should, because his health isn't even all that high. I think it's just... his strike defense is high. Oh wait, there we go. Man, that looks so janky. At least he's down to like 1/3 to 1/4 health left. Jeez. Are you kidding me? Oh, I kinda deserve that one. Still. I would say I deserve to die, but I don't think he knows how to kill somebody. Hey. Well, I didn't dodge it, but still. He actually stomped twice in a row. There really is a tell between the fireball and the fire breath, and I know it's there. But if you ask me to identify it right now, I couldn't tell you. Even though I know there's a difference. There's gotta be, right? Like. Oh. You're gonna fly against the wall. Yeah. 29 damage. Just imagine doing 29 damage at a time to this boss. Luckily, I usually like, why is that so extended? Luckily, usually, I can at least land a bit more than 29 damage per cycle. Even now, like, if he had just done his fire breath, I could have been killed there, even. But he just decided, yeah, gain distance for some reason. Like, I could be dead right now if he wanted me dead. I just don't think he wants me dead. Sorry, I know my commentary isn't even great right now, but I really could just fall asleep to this fight. Even the music isn't very good. If you've been listening to it, I don't know if you can actually hear it all that well, but there's not much to it, really, so maybe I should turn it up a bit. Yeah, look at that, he's just gonna fly away. Like, it has this feeling like it's supposed to be some sort of giant monster, which it literally is, but then you fight it for 2 seconds, and you realize there's nothing intimidating about this thing. So I guess I shouldn't really say the music's bad, it's just not fitting for the fight. Ugh. He was right on top of me. How did I not notice that? Wonder how many times I've been hit by that takeoff. It's gotta be like 10, I think. I don't even know if I need to roll that attack. For all I know, that attack could just miss if I'm close. Closer than not point, or like. Dude, yes, thank you. Besides subtracting on that stomp, but that was so much damage. Thank goodness. How many life gems have I used? Is someone gonna hit me if I approach? No, it's not, just because he missed. He missed his fire attack. So silly. Sorry, I'm looking away from the screen. Just looking at messages instead. Can't tell what he's even doing. What the heck? What? What are you doing? Oh, you're just repositioning. Okay. I guess if he flies lower, he's repositioning. If he flies higher, then he's breathing fire. Yeah, there you go. Flying across. What a pointless attack. Like, unless you're in the middle of the arena and you cannot move, that attack won't really hit you. watch as though, because I've probably been hit by it without just thinking. I guess I could be circling the arena while he's doing that attack, because it only hits the center. Ooh. That's good. Again, though at that time I just stood there and took that one. I was looking at my armor because it like looks really weird. What about the way that like the chest piece was sitting there? Like the little flap at the bottom of the chest piece looked really weird for a second. Like it just didn't position itself correctly. I guess I could go into, well no, I think when I kill this boss I'm just going to call the stream there. I'm not even gonna like, you know, look. So that one was actually completely safe because he missed. But yeah, I'm just gonna. Yeah, he's totally safe. I'm just gonna end the stream after he's dead. I'm not even gonna go to the next bonfire. Or if I die, I guess. Yeah. No, I can't die. He's flying away. See, though, I've been so negative this stream, haven't I? It's crazy. Oh well. Yeah, you see, maybe it just floats out a bit farther than I think it should. Of course you would. Like, why do you fly so far away to do an attack that cannot hit me from how far away you flew? That was really close at hitting me, I think. Maybe. Look at how long... I wonder how many times he's flown in this fight. I wonder if I can kill him before he flies again. Thank goodness. Man. 444,400. And he gives a spear that's terrible, so I'll gladly crush that. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna call it here. I'm gonna grab this dragon scale at least, but thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Who knows when? Probably not tomorrow night, but maybe tomorrow afternoon. Anyways, see ya.